Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Words from the Nerds podcast. Your three favorite nerds to hear spew just their hottest takes and their just horrible opinions. That is us here today, back for episode 134. That's these two. Back for episode 134. And I'm feeling glorious today. I'm feeling great. We got a lot to cover, So we will keep this super fast. Starting off, we got some comments to get to. As always, our boy Memish in here with the hashtag best podcast ever. It's consistent, but it always hits the exact same. It never gets old.
Love you, brother Memish.
I love you, Memish. We gotta get him on one of these days. We gotta get him
I've
on.
been saying that.
When was the last time?
My brother.
Gosh, oh yeah, there would be two of them, right?
Yeah. He said two of them. Chat.
I don't know. Maybe it was I don't know, man. I really don't know.
Was there anything post like Quantumania?
Surely.
Has it actually been
Spider-Verse,
surely not 3 years?
But
Spider-Verse
Spider-Verse is the same
he
year,
did come on for a live stream with D23, I believe, with me and Charley. So that might be the most recent one since then.
The Marvel trivia from episode 50.
Yeah, so since we've started it back up, yeah.
I'm not seeing much else.
Memish, bro, we got to have you on. I think that's what we're kind of seeing right now. We got to have you on. And then, so thank you, Memish. Other comment from Caleb Ferguson -I4S. Bro, this is a goated video, and you guys need more hype. Man, just hits the freaking strings.
Oh
hits the strings, man. Hits the strings.
Listen.
Cool.
I got no beef with them. I quite enjoy their podcast, but we've been doing it longer than Escape Pod. Just saying. We've been doing it longer, man. We've been doing
kind words from Charley. Kind words from Charley.
Can I tell a brief story about that, actually? Very brief.
Go for it.
So I was talking to my friend John recently. For those who don't know, John, one of my lifelong friends, him and I started doing content together under the name Aspire Entertainment. He was the whole reason I got TikTok, downloaded it in the first place. Otherwise, I wouldn't have gotten it. We started doing content, and it was doing very well. I mean, we got up to almost 60,000 followers or whatever. And then at some point, he kind of stopped doing content. I did it solo for a bit. Now I don't really do solo content, and I just do this podcast. But recently, he was talking to me, and he was seeing some of their success, being like, "Oh my gosh, they interviewed this person, they interviewed that person. They're hosting these screenings and private events and whatever.
They're killing it."
Mm-hmm.
And he was like, "Dude, okay, I just gotta say, all the blame for what I'm about to say, this is his words, not mine." He said, "Dude, we were there way before them. They suck. We could absolutely mod on them if we had kept going." I thought it was fun. Well, because when we first started and really started picking up was around No Way Home time, the build up to that. And so we were seeing these events that Marvel was hosting and seeing that cosplayers with 4,000 followers were getting invited. And so early on, John was like, "Yo, my goal is that we're invited to the Multiverse of Madness premiere." I'm like, "That's ambitious, bro. That's ambitious."
Dude, that was prime fucking TikTok. That was awesome.
Yeah. Speaking of which, I found this because we just recently started our box office group chat. And Aiden, I got a question for you, pal. I got a question for you, buddy.
Oh God, what is this?
This is a sick suit, bro. Where's this suit at? Oh, do you still have this suit? This is actually sick. Was this your suit?
I have it.
Jarvis, enhance.
Yes,
Zoom in.
It was.
You don't have that suit anymore? That's crazy.
I don't. No, I don't. Man, that's so. I spent way too much money on that suit, by the way.
Oh no, that's what I was saying. It looks really good. It's a really good looking suit.
It was, yeah. So
Oh
man, from what I can remember,
you don't like the double lines on the Tom Holland suit?
Oh yeah, I don't like those. I don't like that part of it. But
I don't know.
I didn't know if it was the same.
I don't know, man. I can't remember for the life of me. But yeah, I went to the No Way Home premiere dressed in a Spider-Man costume, and
The what?
it was sick. No Way Home premiere.
He means at his theater, chat. All right, that's what he means.
Yeah,
Not- he
yeah, yeah.
didn't-
No, I mean,
So,
not the premiere.
so opening
but
night. Like
opening
everybody
night.
else.
Yeah,
Yeah.
premiere. Yeah.
Yeah, it does
I
have the
went
double.
to the No Way
It's not
Home
going to show up here,
opening.
but it does have the double lines. I
Speaking of
don't.
premieres,
I don't like that.
Odyssey ticket. Sorry. Sorry.
It's dude.
Okay.
I just can't get over like the fabric on the arm for the black, bro. Like it looks so clean.
Oh, dude, it was such a cool like suit. Yeah, I loved it. I was sad that I could only wear it just there, like to the movie. But
Dang, bro.
yeah, great times. That was an awesome time.
It's
But
fire.
yeah, thank you, Caleb Ferguson, for that comment, man.
Thank you.
Awesome.
Yes.
We were hitting a stride. We were getting a lot of those like during severance time or whatnot. So it's just cool that the edited video of our 2 hour and 50-minute episode, the edited portion where we talked about like 4 projects, is got a reaction out of Caleb there. So that's awesome, man. It's great. I love seeing stuff like that. All right, it's time to get into this. So we'll go a rapid fire kind of.
I have a question for you, Aiden.
Yes,
You have to go
yeah.
rapid fire, but I want to know, how are you enjoying
No.
Odyssey? Have you played anything?
That's I am almost finished with it. I have the last level. I'm at Peach's castle. So I grinded a lot of it today.
Holy
So
shit.
I'm liking it a lot, man. I'm liking it a lot.
Just
It's
beating the
been
game doesn't
so
take a
much
crazy
fun.
amount of time. It's really the post game like collectibles.
No, yeah. Well, I also explored a lot. Like as soon as I hit Metro Kingdom, I was like, I'm gonna do a lot of exploring, and so I took my time on a lot of the different kingdoms, the back half of the game. So
Yeah.
yeah, I'm liking it a lot, dude. Super creative. The mechanics are like just hard enough for me to where I'm like, dude, I'm struggling. Some of these fights or like some of these objectives, I'm struggling quite a bit. I can't swing in Spider-Man.
I was gonna say,
Spider-Man
we
2
know this
yet,
boy can't
swing. So yeah, some of the mechanics are like the perfect amount of difficult, but I'm loving it, dude. It's awesome. I'm saving Zelda as like the main event. So I think from now I'm gonna
was gonna
try out
pass
some
me
of
on
these old
Zelda
games.
too. That's actually crazy.
I'm gonna try out some of these old games. I want to build up to Donkey Kong Bonanza. I heard that one was really good. Brandon's kind of been holding my hand through a lot of this, so I heard Bonanza was really good. I'm gonna play the 2 franchises that I do want to get into and play. Like now that I've beat the Odyssey, or I'm a level away from beating it. Star Fox and Metroid. Those are like the 2 that have just been calling out to me. We didn't talk about it a lot last week, but Star Fox is a huge reason. As soon as I saw Star Fox, I was like, what do I have to do to get into this shit? Because like I love this character.
Yeah.
So that was like, he is like one of the main reasons that I got to switch to. So yeah, I'm excited. It's been awesome too, because I got Animal Crossing on there. So my wife has been playing it a lot. It's been keeping her like occupied. So I told her, I was like, hey, look, this is like Wednesday came around. I was like, I got a lot of episodes of stuff to watch. You want some screen time tonight? Because I gotta get these episodes going. And she was like, yeah, cool. So she just sat there and played Animal Kingdom and or Animal Crossing, and I just watched Daredevil and The Boys. So it was really cool. It's just kind of been working out. She was kind of hesitant on me getting it as soon as I downloaded Animal Crossing for her. She's played it more than me, honestly. So it's awesome, dude. I've loved my time with it. Odyssey's a really fun game. I'm hoping it's the next one that they do. That way I can finally kind of be in the know for some of the references and whatnot.
That's what Brandon thinks
for the next movie. Yeah. So I'm liking it a lot. Having a great time.
Surrounded by Nintendo
Charley,
gamers is crazy.
You got to get on that, bro. Go play Odyssey, bro. You got to go play Odyssey.
Bro, I have a local game shop. I called them last week and they had Odyssey. I might have said it on the podcast last week, but they said they had it, and I waited a couple days and I went to go check and somebody bought it, and they did say that it's kind of in circulation over there a lot, so I should just call once a week and see if that. I mean, I do have the game, but again, I don't want to
Allegedly.
allegedly. I allegedly have the game. Allegedly.
Yeah, I'm having a blast with it. So very fun. I'm looking forward to like keeping you all updated on like games I'm playing, and I don't know. I've always wanted to get more into this franchise, like get more into Nintendo, and I had a DS growing up, and so I had my fair share of like all the OG games and whatnot back then. Not enough to remember them, so I'm kind of making up for lost time now. But watched 2 movies this week, the drama, which we'll get into later. I also watched Devil Wears Prada, and I thought it was really good. I thought it was actually really good. I gave it a 3.5 stars. So
What did I give it?
7.5 out of 10. I'm excited for the second one. I drafted it, so I kind of want to, if I like Avatar Legend of Aang, for instance, drafted that on my Rotten Tomatoes, so I kind of want to watch Avatar so that I don't feel like a fraud for, drafting these movies. But yeah, I had a really good time with Devil Wears Prada. Very, I could understand the hype. I can understand, why you'd want a sequel. I don't really know what you do in a sequel, but I could understand, kind of the cult classic and the following around it, and why a lot of people would be drawn to it. So I had a good time with it. It was a very fun watch. Mr. Charles, what did you get into this past week?
Decent amount of stuff. I started a new TV show, DTF St. Louis. The finale is actually out tonight. I've not watched it
My
yet.
dad's watching that.
It's some great performances from Jason Bateman and don't help me. Stranger Things, Thunderbolts, David Harbour. Good performances from them and Linda Cardellini as well. Obviously, the three of them are they all play off of each other really well. It's a very like awkward comedy, but like, and they don't shy away from it's a very like sexual awkward comedy. But it's also a murder mystery, quote unquote. But I think it's starting to unravel in a very certain way that you can kind of see coming. If you're like halfway through the series, but maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. I haven't seen the end yet, but it is an enjoyable show so far. What else? There was another show that I finished Jessica Jones, season 3. Yeah. I mean, season 3 I think is better than season 2, but it is it still suffers from a lot of the problems that season 2 has, and I stupidly, and I won't spoil this for you guys in case you haven't watched it, but they released the mid-season trailer for Daredevil, and there's something for Jessica Jones in there that like talks about her character, and I'm like, dude, why the fuck did I watch that? And it's because it's something that is like it's like a new revelation for her character that is nowhere in her original show. So I'm like, all right, bro, like I wish I could have watched that with Daredevil when she shows up, but
Nice.
Whatever. I watched Mercy, the Chris Pratt movie. I think it's the worst movie of the year. It's so bad.
Yeah.
It's just all over the place. The character, they don't make you care about any sort of character relationship whatsoever. And then it's like at the very end, they just ham fist throw in this thing with his new partner. Where she is trying to like get the mercy system to really work, so she basically frames this guy for murder, this homeless man for murder, and there was no build up or lead up or hint at that whatsoever in the entire movie. It just comes out of nowhere, like they're trying to like be some surprise shocking thing, but it does not land well at all. I can't imagine. Did you see this in 3D, Ben?
Yeah.
Was it good? Was the 3D good? Because I'm watching it, I'm like, this doesn't seem like the 3D would be worth it at all.
No, yeah, I think I talked about
Okay.
it on here, but I don't know. I think the goal with it being like, oh, we want you to be in the POV of Chris Pratt's character. That's why they did it in 3D. And some of the scenes with the editing, with the research being done and going through the crime scene, like there's a few moments where you catch a glimpse of it being like, okay, this seems justified for 3D.
Yeah.
But when you cast, I think this is what I said on the episode, when you cast Chris Pratt as the main actor, then of course you're also going to want to show him and his performance a lot of the time, which completely then defeats the purpose of having it be 3D.
Yeah. Yeah. It's just not good. Not a good movie. But you know, it was there, and I'm trying to keep up on my watches for the year. I'm waiting for uh
Good luck, have
Nirvana the
fun, don't
band,
die.
that and Nirvana the band the show. I'm waiting for that
Let's
to be
go.
somewhere.
Oh yeah, you're gonna watch it. Let's go.
Yeah, I'm waiting for that to be somewhere where I don't have to pay for it. But
I will buy it for you, bro. Like I think it's
Stop,
it's
what?
that much of a must watch.
that's crazy.
Like,
That's crazy.
I'd love to spread that movie out as much as I can.
Buy me Odyssey instead, buddy. Then I watched a movie, the new Gaten Matarazzo movie on Hulu, Pizza Movie.
It's the greatest
Dude.
movie of all time.
Dude, this movie, like, it's all over the place, but it's still funny. Like, it is a very good comedy movie.
I will watch it so bad.
But like, dude, you think of like the wildest shit that you can think of it like doing that just like it makes no fucking sense, and it doesn't. And I don't know, it surpasses that even at some points. Like, it's an enjoyable movie. It's nothing crazy though. Like, I'm not trying to glaze it or anything. I only gave it 2.5 stars. But it is a fun movie. It was a fun watch. I did have a good time with it. And they even throw in some like character conflict and stuff throughout the movie. That's a good through line and follow through. One of the guys you'll actually appreciate, Aiden. I think he's only in like 2 different episodes of what are they? Oh, gosh dang it, bro! The YouTube guys that we both like, the Thursday guy. Almost Friday. Those guys.
Friday. Okay.
Yeah, it's one of the, but not one of like the main guys. He was in like 2 episodes of like, I think he did like a Netflix one, like a Netflix spoof one that they did. I don't know the actor's name, but you'll see, you'll recognize him. But yeah, that movie's good.
If it's
Dude, and he actually puts on a good performance. Like, his performance is so good. Like, the role that he plays in the movie is so well done. I don't know. It's good. This movie's good. It is a good movie.
Dude, I love you being Thursday. Almost Friday.
Yeah, bro.
It's like, well, you're right.
Yeah, you got there.
Yeah, bro. I love them. I don't know how I couldn't think of their name. And then of course I was late to this because I was just waiting for the weekend. You guys watched it as like the day it dropped and whatnot. But I watched the Mario Galaxy movie. And I watched your guys' spoiler section where I had to take off. I didn't need to take off my headphones for that. You guys didn't really talk about it, like anything that was super spoiler. Like the Fox McCloud stuff that was announced like 2 days before the movie came out, like with a poster and everything.
There was stuff like there was the post-credit scenes. We talked about those with the character reveals, which maybe you just don't. You're like, oh shoot, like Daisy's gonna be in the next movie.
Did you guys say the Daisy stuff? Though?
We did. We said that, and then the post-credit scene that follows up on like there being a potential Star Fox project. Some of the final battle stuff with like Dry Bowser. Not that that's like big things.
Sure.
But, like, I don't know. It was enough.
Sure.
Where, like, if I hadn't seen the movie, I would care.
I mean, maybe that's fair. I gave the movie a 2 stars. I didn't really appreciate the movie whatsoever, other than like the section, the Mario Maker section I thought was really cool. And of course the dry Bowser and Bowser Jr. fight scene was also really cool as well. There's a lot of like cool stuff that I appreciate, obviously from playing Mario growing up and everything like that. But beyond that, there was nothing in this movie for me to grab onto. I actually found myself like actively bored watching it. Like I was just, I was noticing how bored I was while watching the movie.
Yeah, I truly thought it was like overly TikTok brain, just like
I don't know, maybe it just felt like nothing of substance. I don't know, like the baby when they turn into babies. I thought I would really like that sequence, but like I wasn't locked in. Didn't care for it.
Like I don't know, maybe for me it's because like every music cue, so many like there is so much. The more that you know, I think that's part of it.
That's fair. And I got a couple more things, but I don't want to dive into too much because I know that we have a lot to talk about. Aiden mentioned combating my assessment of season 2 of The Boys, but yeah. I don't know if we'll have time for that. If we do, I'm ready. Trust me, I'm ready. That season sucks. But I skimmed through season 4 in the build up to season 5, and I'm gonna push back on what you said about Huey, because like I meant to go back and rewatch what you said about Huey, in it, like the him being like a little bitch or something like that, and in the earlier half of the season, especially the stuff with his mom. I push back on that heavily. I think to his mom, he was standing up to her. He was like, "Get the fuck out of here!" I don't know. He was like he meant what he was saying to his mom, and he was not backing down. But overall, season 4, like after skimming through it, I didn't do like a full rewatch. I literally just went through every episode and skimmed and watched the parts that I wanted to watch, because like I forgot that Ashley injected herself with V, which I also that's a little thing that I don't necessarily like. Like I feel like they didn't. Am I wrong in saying that they said if you're older and you inject yourself with V, you're gonna die, or did they say it was a sometimes thing? Because like
I think it's like a higher risk thing.
Okay, it's just so like it's possible, but it's much higher risk.
Yeah,
okay, then I guess that's fine.
I don't remember a specific thing that was said about it though, but that's like why they test it on kids, right?
Yeah, because the whole I thought that was the whole point, is that they give it to kids so they are like not that they're not guaranteed to not die, but just a lot less like a likelihood. So I guess never mind then. But I think that's it, man.
I'll push like the Huey stuff. I more so had an issue in season 4 with them making him the butt of the joke again. Like, yeah, he stands up to his mom. He stands up to his mom, and he goes through everything with his dad, which I never brought up. I never talked about it again. But yeah, that stuff was really brutal. Like the ending to all of that, it was very sad. But when it comes to Huey and his character and how they tackled him in season 4, really felt like he was the butt of the joke in a lot of instances. Sure. And they especially made him like a really bad butt of a joke.
In the back half of the season? 100%.
In the back half, yeah. Like they literally toyed around with this character. And
dude, and the fact that Annie is mad at him after...
Yeah. Insane.
Dude,
absolutely
he was
insane.
Literally raped, and you're mad at him. Like, what are we talking about?
There is no way ever that he would have known that it wasn't you. Like this,
dude.
Soup literally shaped.
She literally and takes your memories. Like, what do we like? Come on, bro.
The other like qualm I've had, and I've been going back and forth in my head so bad about this, and I'll touch more on it when we talk about The Boys season 5. It's just how Billy does not kill Homelander in season 3 because he makes a choice to save Huey. And then all of season 4, and maybe this isn't a Huey thing, maybe this is more of like the writers. All of season 4, they barely have any conversations with each other. Huey and Billy, they barely have any conversations. So it doesn't feel like that moment is warranted. They don't sit and talk with each other. They don't share any stories. They don't even talk about what happened. And if they do, wasn't important enough for me to remember.
Sure.
So it does that decision doesn't feel warranted. So then whenever I see Huey combating Billy on every single decision that he wants to make in terms of killing Homelander, Huey is there to push back on it every single time. Every single time. And it just makes me think back to like season 1 and season 2 of this show, where it was the boys. Like, yeah, Billy was leading them, but like MM was also the voice of reason. You know, Huey, they did so much character work in season 2 and 3 with having Billy look at Huey as a brother because he lost Lenny. And he felt like this was his chance to have a second chance at being an older brother. And Huey just pushes back on every decision that Billy wants to make. So then at the end of season 4, spoilers for anyone that hasn't watched The Boys, at the end of season 4, whenever he rips Victoria Newman in half, and then Huey looks at him like, you're a monster. Like, why are we even doing this? I can't believe like, I can't believe like I'm even like standing with you. Like, I don't even want to join you in any plans. I'm like, what has this show been about? Killing Homelander. Victoria Newman is literally standing by his side, helping him out through all of that. And then, she makes one decision where she's like, I didn't know he was doing camps. I'll join y'all. I'll help y'all. And Huey's like, yeah, we should listen to her. What? Why? Why? In what universe would Huey ever be like, yeah, we should listen to her? I think we should give her a chance. And Billy goes in there, rips her apart, and then Billy's the bad guy. Like, yeah, I get it. It's like, all right, we're killing people now. Like, we're eliminating soups, and like the scourge virus in the boys or whatever. Like that's a different conversation. I'd be willing to talk about it at that point. But I thought this entire thing was about taking down these corrupt soups, taking down Homelander. So why does Huey push back on every single plan that comes to fruition about doing that exact thing? That's what I had an issue with in season 4. I feel like that doesn't make sense for me, especially because Billy just saved his life instead of killing Homelander.
The reason that I buy it, and not extensively, but just the reason that I can buy it to a certain degree, is like Huey's arc is very much like he went to the extreme Billy side of things of hating all soups and like trying to navigate that, like with killing translucent in season 1 and everything like that, and he's adapting to that world. But then, like, as he goes on, like, he meets Annie, and then he's seeing A-Train start to change a little bit. The soup who did him the most wrong, A-Train's starting to turn around and flip a little bit. So I think he's starting to and then he has Kimiko on the team. Huey is starting to understand, like, not all soups are bad, and not all soups need to die. And so I think that Huey is learning to take, like, a different approach to depending on how, I don't know, genuine each soup seems to be as to how they want to change. And maybe part of that for Victoria goes into like their past relationship before Huey knew that she was a soup and he was just on her campaign team. But I think overall Huey's arc, a lot of it anyway, is that there are good soups and there are bad soups, and they need to be separated, and they don't all need to die. Which I do think that that's a great arc for him. But I do understand what you're saying though, with like it seems very flippant, like especially at the beginning of season 4, he was talking to Victoria and actively trying to kill her. Like he threw a grenade in her face or whatever he did. And then he watched Butcher try to shoot her in the head and didn't do anything to stop him. And then to fast forward to the end, I think they have like one conversation in between there where he starts talking to her about the camps or something before she meets up with him to have the truce. And then, like, yeah, that's when all that happens, as you're describing. So, but that's the only way that I can kind of justify it. But I still see what you're saying in that regard for sure.
Yeah, and I'd be willing to touch a little bit more in with the whole season 5 stuff as we get going. But
sure.
Anyways, I just wanted to clear that up because I also didn't get to talk about it last time, or as I was finishing up season 4. So.
It's all right. We won't have time for season 2 because you get by.
Well,
buddy.
I will say, bro, the head popping stuff. I remember that being the most talked about thing ever when we were getting ready for it. Like the head popping stuff was like big time, big deal.
Mix that in with a little bit of wow, Becca's trapped. Oh my gosh, yippity doo dah, man. Oh my gosh. Go ahead, Benjamin.
All right, Mr. Benjamin.
All right, I'll go quick. My wife was sick last weekend, so with her being bedridden, which is part of the reason, part of the reason stuff got shifted around, and then I couldn't do Thursday and whatever. Plans changed, whatever. So last weekend we ended up watching quite a few movies, most of which I have seen before, but she hadn't seen a lot of them before. So I'll start with the one that I hadn't seen, which is Crazy Stupid Love.
Yes,
Steve Carell and Ryan Gosling. Good movie. I give it a 3.5 stars, so 7 out of 10. I enjoyed it. I didn't see the twist coming. If you don't know what that means, you don't know what that means. But I didn't see the twist coming, and I thought it was pretty entertaining and enjoyable. I actually I had predictions for like what I thought was going to happen with the characters. I actually thought that we were going to learn that Ryan Gosling's character was like all talk, and that when he ended up meeting with Emma Stone, and she was the one who was wanting to partake, and he was just like no, like do this first, do that first. I thought, like, are we gonna learn that he's actually just like an insecure guy? He's not actually just bringing these girls back to sleep with them. Like, are we actually going to like shift his character away from that? That was one of my thoughts. Is just like, oh no, he's actually just kind of beta, and he wants to he just wants to
All
talk.
right, all right, the deep. All right,
Beta is crazy. Sigma.
Yeah. So yeah, good movie, funny movie. I liked it. And then first of the rewatches, the first Zootopia movie, had to balance this out with some of the more like serious movies that we watched. So 4 stars. I really enjoy it. I think having seen the second one just a few months ago, I actually think they're pretty close in quality. I still like this one more, but I also give Zootopia 2 a 4 stars. So both very, very good. Like I said, we balanced out some of those more lighthearted movies with some of the more serious films. So we watched Sinners because she has been wanting to watch Sinners for a while. My 3rd time rewatching the movie, and it's still amazing, absolutely incredible. And her and I watched Marty Supreme. She hasn't seen One Battle After Another, but she did say that Michael B. Jordan deserved it. So I'm just saying. She did enjoy it.
She's got taste. She's got taste.
Yeah. She didn't know about the twist because like she had seen the marketing for the movie when the movie was coming out a year ago. It's like if she had seen the marketing and then watched the movie, she would have anticipated the direction it was going. Since it's been such a long time, she didn't know that that's the direction we were going. So that was more of a surprise to her. But yeah, she enjoyed it. And then another serious one, which has been on the list for a while for her to watch, is Oppenheimer, which I had not seen since my second theatrical viewing, which was really the first time that I watched the movie, which was almost three years ago, which is crazy because that's the last time I saw you guys. That's crazy.
Last time I seen my brother.
Yeah, literally.
I've seen the sun.
So, yeah, I mean, what an incredible movie! It's just one of those movies where, like, I don't really understand how they script and edit and actually like piece together a movie like that. It's insane because you're jumping between multiple different timelines, different scenes with conversations that actually like add context to one another. It's crazy how you can actually piece all of that together. And Cillian Murphy is incredible. One of the best performances in recent years, and movie absolutely deserved all of the awards, best editing, everything that it got. It totally deserves. So incredible movie. And then the last one was actually a rewatch from just yesterday. Just throwing on a random movie. We watched Free Guy, which I think this is probably the 3rd or 4th time that I've seen it. And I know like between like this Adam Project, Stranger Things stuff, and then Deadpool and Wolverine, I know that Sean Levy has gotten like people have viewed him in a much worse light in recent years. I like a lot of the stuff that he does. I'll just put it out there. I like the Adam Project. And then I think Free Guy was the first one he did with Ryan Reynolds, but I like both of those movies. And when I heard that he was the one doing Deadpool and Wolverine, I was like, he knows how to make a movie well with Ryan Reynolds. It's kind of my thought. So I think they're fun. I don't think they're like amazing, but they're fun enough. So Free Guy, and very, very enjoyable. I like the concept too. I think it just like, it feels like more of a unique movie compared to a lot of the stuff that we get. So very enjoyable. And then the last movie is the drama, which we'll touch on a bit later.
Awesome. I mean, I hated the Adam Project.
Dude, that breaks my heart.
Yeah, I'm sorry, man.
I was a big fan of the Adam Project.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, it is now time to get into our next segment. We will go through this pretty quickly. It is our Words from the Nerds Box Office League.
Oh, gosh.
It's time, ladies and gentlemen.
Holy shit.
In first place, yeah.
When did that get updated?
Today.
Brother, I looked past 2 o'clock And it was not at that number. That is insane. It doubled.
It's updated, buddy. It's updated.
Oh my God. Okay, so it doesn't do it. Okay, it's not exactly at 2 o'clock. That's why I looked.
Yeah.
I looked literally at like 2:15. That's why.
Yeah.
2:15 my time. So 4:15 for you guys.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
That's crazy.
B Woody in the lead. Mario has jumped up to 628 gross, which means Brandon is 354 mil in the positive with just that project, bringing his total up to 406 million. For audio listeners, Brandon's winter season went as Super Mario Galaxy, which was his hit pick, and then Scream 7, which grossed him 100 mil positive. Wuthering Heights, 40 mil
It's literally
positive.
in the positive on every project except for You, Me, and Tuscany, which just came out. That's the only reason.
Solo Mio, 15 mil positive. Yumi and Tuscany minus 35, which honestly, this is probably not gonna break even at all. So there's some hope for us, boys. Yeah. So yeah, we just did our summer draft. You can watch last episode if you want to see how that got shaken out. You can see how that all crumbled. But yeah, so Brandon so far is 406 mil positive, 42A. They take whatever slop A24 will not produce. And he's positive on the year so far. I'm in second. I'm finally seeing that black number up at the top. 40 mil positive. Project Hail Mary broke even today. I think international numbers got updated here. Yes, so I'm at 250. They're saying that 300 mil is locked and that 350 is looking like the ideal, which would mean that I would gross another 100 mil. So Project Hail Mary was a great pick. I love to see that shaped out really well for me. So Project Hail Mary looking really good. GOAT minus 14 mil for me. Still has not broken even. And then Iron Lung got me there. Normal will probably get me down. I assume it's going to play like Good Luck, Have Fun, Don't Die. So I'll probably see a minus 50 mil hit from that. But I'm leaving the winter season positive. That's all that matters. So from here on out, it's only up. And if you want to go see what I drafted for the summer, go watch last week's episode. Mr. Ben, you're up.
First thing, Ready or Not 2 flipped positive. Hey, yo, let's go.
That's about where it's staying. It'll probably go up maybe like 4 mil more.
Aiden, click top right, click that calendar button for me real quick. Just click that calendar button for me real quick. Start scrolling. See all this red?
Yeah. So here's what's interesting real fast. There were 2 movies that were not drafted by us that were positive. So continue, Ben.
I thought it was more than that.
Pillion, Reminders of Him, and Undertone. My bad. I forgot about Undertone, which gosh, dude.
Yeah.
Fuck.
So
Anyways,
that's the thing. Like, you're supposed to pick a random movie that's going to gross 20 million. At some point it just is what it is. But to me, even if I break even on everything for this season, I'm doing well. So Ready or Not 2 flipped positive. I'm going to make a couple million, but that I don't care. I'm a couple million positive. How to Make a Killing is not going to go up. That's not going to change at all. Hoppers is definitely going to break even, if not make me a little bit of money. It's right now eyeing 400 million for its end. I know that's mostly boosted by the fact that international released a little bit later compared to domestic. So that's boosting things a little bit. It's doing a little better overseas compared to here. So that's definitely at least going to break even, which is great. And then I got Lee Cronin's The Mummy, which is coming out just this next week. I have no clue what to expect here. I'm seeing that people think it's going to have a smaller budget, similar to some other recent Blumhouse movies. So I'm hoping 10 million budget, 25 million break even, just gross like 40 or 50 million. And I'm seeing the early projections are saying it should make like 15 to 20 million opening weekend. And if that's the case, I'll feel pretty good about it. So really, based on my actual picks, I'll basically be like dead even, because I'll be like negative 20 from How to Make a Killing. And I think the other ones will get me overall a positive 20. And so I'll mostly just be down because Aiden has the bomb pick on the rest of us. So
which
compared
I'm go for it.
compared to this winter season, if I come out only being affected by the bomb pick and pretty much even on my actual draft board, I feel like that's great compared to like most of the other stuff that's happening this season so far.
Yeah. I was just gonna say the bomb pick with my bride. It's insane that it had a 90 mil budget and only grossed 23. Like I had a good feeling it was gonna bomb. Did not expect it to bomb this hard. So I'm glad that worked out well.
Exit out of this real quick. Go down to me. Click on Supergirl.
Yep. It's still, I mean, it's estimated. It's still sitting there.
I will end it all if it's 100 mil budget. I'm just saying.
Yeah. Mr. Charleston, take us away, brother.
I mean, some good stuff coming from the drama for me, baby. 42 mil. I'll take that. What was that thing you shared from discussing films? It's gonna make 100 mil.
It's saying that it's gonna be at 65 mil. The numbers aren't updated, so they don't have international numbers right now. But
Gotcha.
It'll be at 65 mil by the end of the weekend. And then it's looking to like it might be a $100 to $130 million movie, which would get you anywhere from $30 to $60 million profit. Yeah, it would be your first profitable movie.
My first profit, bro. I just feel so bad about Good Luck, Have Fun, Don't Die, man. Like that 40 mil is gonna be sitting there haunting me, and then you add on to the fact that Aiden's bomb pick is also pulling me down some. So. I'm really, dude, I'm happy with this. I'm happy with Send Help. I think it did better than I even could have imagined, which I've said before. It's good. I truly cannot be upset with that number. The drama has been surprising to me though. Like I must just be word of mouth, man, because like that is wild to me. But I got Michael coming up here in 2 weeks, so week and a half ish.
That budget went up, I think.
The budget did go up.
Yeah, I think it did too. Yeah. Which, I mean, they did a lot of reshoots. Makes sense. But I don't know. The buzz so far is pretty good. But after looking at some numbers, it is apparently tracking lower, at least opening weekend wise, than The Devil Wears Prada 2, which is crazy to me. But I mean, there's also a lot of talk out there that a lot of the sales are going to come from walk-ups though from Michael. A lot of them are going to be
very walk-up
pre-sales.
Movie,
So we'll see how that shakes out. And it could have a good run too. I'd be interested to see the drop-off percentage going into weekend number 2, just to see the kind of legs that the movie's going to have going forward.
Well, it kind of does run in a little bit with The Devil Wears Prada 2, which, I mean, don't really go hand in hand audience-wise, but I would be interested to see how those start to fare out once Devil Wears Prada 2 comes out.
I could foresee that being a problem, being a bit of an issue for me.
It's going to make me so much money. I'm so fucking happy with this, dude. Gosh. I'm like a kid in a candy store.
But I'm looking forward to my other picks. I feel really good about my summer picks going into this. I am very happy with all of them, with the exception of maybe Hit Me Hard and Soft. But we'll see.
Bro, it's gonna go crazy. Trust.
You think? Fuck,
it's gonna go crazy. I think it'll go crazy.
I fucking hope so, man. I hope James Cameron didn't fucking just do every little new innovation fucking thing he could think of that costs a shit ton of money
and take a 20 mil paycheck for it.
Yeah, bro. Holy shit. But we'll see.
All right, we got 2 positives, 2 negatives, and it's still anybody's game. It's been a fun roller coaster this winter season. Now we kind of know how things are shaping out.
Hey, I was in the lead. February 20th.
I think because you had nothing. You didn't have anything coming out, buddy. Let's ignore that real quick. I'm excited to see how winter starts to shape out, because I don't know, man. It's gonna be a dogfight. It's gonna be a dogfight for sure. And then we got another draft to kind of touch on very quickly, and that is our Rotten Tomatoes draft.
I have updated the points. Yes, sir. While Benjamin was giving us his little spiel, I updated the points. Benjamin lost 2 points. Project Hail Mary lost 1. And Invincible Season 4 lost 1 from the audience scores, I believe, bringing him down from 379 to 377. Aiden had the drama come out, which they're better scores than you were hoping, right? The both
way better.
Yeah.
Better.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. See,
Way
then
better.
there we go.
Very
Well, you're
happy
sitting.
with it.
Yeah, you're sitting at a combined 157 points from that, and then you add up that with Daredevil, and you're sitting in second place right now with 342.
Oh, this feels so good, dude. What the heck? This feels so like foreign to me to be in the game this early on. Like Mickey 17 kind of already took me out because y'all's projects were just doing amazing at that point.
This guy got the 7th round Daredevil Born Again season 2.
Yeah, bro.
You know what's funny? You go back to our draft. I tell Ben's like, I don't know, I might do something crazy here, and I was like, "What? Daredevil Born Again season 2?" And you were like, "Not that crazy." Like,
yeah. Oh man, this boy, man.
Hey, I was right there with you though. I was like, I have no faith in it. So
yeah, no, me too. That's why I didn't make the decision until I heard the early buzz. But and then for me, third place, I'm still sitting with only one project released, and that is A Night of the Seven Kingdoms, which has not moved at 172. Oh, also, I believe for Aiden, Born Again lost a couple points, I believe, if I remember correctly. Yeah. On the audience side, I think it lost a couple. Yeah. Lost a little bit of percentage.
I thought you said it lost more recently. I was like, no way.
No. Just from the
90.
last update. Yeah.
Just saying. Doomsday might.
Okay, buddy. All right.
I'm just saying.
That came from My Time to Shine. Let's calm the fuck down. My Time to Shine. Let's hold up. Let's hold up there. All right.
Best Russo brothers movie there.
I mean, truthfully though, like if we want to, and I don't want to dwell on it too long, but like if we want to have the conversation, and I feel like we've talked about it a little bit, but we haven't extensively talked about it. I feel like we've more been a little hopeless on the idea of the movie. I think Aiden. I don't remember which one of you guys is more positive on the idea.
Well, anytime there's new like fake leaks that are clearly AI, Aiden is riding that every time. The "we are so back" meter, it just flips back and forth.
Those concept arts, that wasn't AI, buddy. All right, that was legitness. And when Yams in Idris fucking shows up as Black Panther, T'Challa walks through a fucking portal because they need help with the incursions and they don't have an Illuminati there. Who's gonna be teed up? Who's gonna be glazing the shit out this movie? You. I'm gonna be like, I've been here day one. I remember those concept art leaks, bro. The legit ones.
What if this movie is actually good? What if it is another? What did they say? Another Infinity War level goodness? Like, what if that is the case here, bro? Like, truly, I feel like we've been looking at this as like, I mean, I think we've been open-minded about it, but a lot more leaning towards flop just based off of how the Russo brothers have conducted themselves.
Than y'all. I've been so much more open-minded than you. So,
I was about to say that.
Dude,
I think you've been the most positive. But
yes, like unless
I'm flipping literally right now after this news, I swear my thought has always just been like, it's Russo brothers, it's bringing back the cast that we love, it is the MCU trying to like lock in more than they have in recent years, knowing that like this needs to hit. So like I feel like I've always said there is no world where this should be bad, but it might. So I feel like that's more. I've had faith in everybody involved, kind of thing.
Sure.
Yeah.
You're definitely blazing it, but I'm still like,
oh well, I've been like blindless. I've been blind. I'm like, dude, yeah, like this could slap. This could. There is a very good chance that this is one of the best Marvel movies that we've ever seen. Like, I do think it's possible, and I thought it was possible.
Joe and Anthony Russo has been. In your sleep, you're just saying their names like all the time,
dude. I'm that gigalocked.
She's
bro.
worried.
Like,
I'm just saying. She's actually worried about you.
I will go back to like our Comic-Con and our talk. Like I literally had to drag Charley to do an episode going over those concept art leaks because I was like that hype. Like I've been so gung-ho about this movie being good and the possibility of if it's good, because I want some blind faith. And I think we've had this conversation where I'm like, dude, throw all the logistics out the window, throw everything out of here about what we've been seeing happening with this universe and whatnot. I want to believe that this is gonna bang, and I want to believe that this is going to not be a waste of time. And everyone's saying, "Oh, imagine watching Dune Part 3 before watching or like imagine watching Doomsday instead of Dune Part 3." Like all of the cinephiles that have a stick up their ass about superhero movies, I've never been on that camp. I've always felt like there is a good chance that this movie smacks and that everybody's going to be riding that high. And then the trailers came out. People were talking their talk and back on the hype train. And now we haven't seen any news or any trailers or nothing. People are starting to talk their shit again. As soon as they drop a fucking trailer, bro, internet's going to go ballistic and everybody's going to be back on the wave. It's going to happen. Like I'm not losing hope in this fucking movie. Because just imagine if it is, man. What if it is?
Yeah. Regardless of if the early test screenings are real or not, I doubt it is because they can't risk stuff leaking this far in advance. There's just no way that they would ever risk something like that without like crazy strict legal NDA, whatever. Without any of that, like as a precaution, I just don't think it's happening. Regardless, I still feel the same way that I do. Seeing that didn't make me go like, oh shoot, it might be good. Like it's still the same exact thought as I had before.
Yeah, I agree with that. I have some hesitation, but we'll see. We'll see where this path takes us. And I mean, what do we think of like? I saw this edit the other day, and I think I actually sent it to Aiden. Of like, this is like the end of the MCU, because like not Doomsday itself, but this is one of the end of the MCU projects. Like Doomsday, we have Spider-Man, Doomsday, and then Secret Wars, even though there's other projects lined up. But then there's like a soft reboot or a hard reboot, whatever we're looking at afterwards. Does that change based on how this movie performs, do we think? If this movie's so great and it's reviewed great and people show up to the box office and it becomes, let's say, the highest grossing movie of all time, do they continue down this path that they ideally already have planned out of a reboot, maybe if that's what it is? Or do you think that like maybe they'll shift and try to stretch things out more and similar to an Endgame kind of ending, which we saw have problems before?
I don't know, man. I don't think that they can actually reboot it. I don't think that's possible. Like the problem that I see is that you have too many new characters that have barely been involved in stuff at this point.
Mm-hmm.
And so you're going to run into like a problem that DC is running into at a much smaller scale, where you're like, well, I want to keep Peacemaker as Peacemaker, and maybe I want to keep Blue Beetle or whoever. And that you're going to start to run into problems where now you have the audience confused of like what's really canon within the universe, the old universe versus the new universe. So I think the problem is if we have a soft reboot, it's like, then in my head, we can never see Florence Pugh as Yelena ever again. Like the Thunderbolts, that's it. That was.
Do you think that has been a big problem for DC though so far? Do you think that has been a major problem?
I don't think it's been a major problem, but
That's a good question.
I think the reason it hasn't been a major problem has to do with scaling.
Sure.
The DC extended universe was a pretty like succinct, 7 to 10 movies total over the like 10 years that existed as a thing. And so like a lot of it, they just like hard cut off, Superman, Batman, whatever. The problem was really just like the tail end, where they were only releasing like a project a year or maybe 2 projects a year. And so I think it's like less of a problem because they have less to work with. Whereas like in our case, we've talked about how many post-credit scenes, characters, storylines, all of these threads that haven't been tied up. And it's like, if you want a soft reboot, and in my opinion, you have to set a hard line of like, we are cutting this off in order to restart. Because I think if it's any sort of mesh of the two, then I think they're going to run into some weird overlap problems and confusion and continuity. And then they're probably at some point gonna like use that as an excuse to bring more old stuff back. Like you can't leave the bridge open. In my opinion, they should just never do a soft reboot. I don't think that Marvel Studios should ever release a new Iron Man with a new actor for Iron Man. I don't think that should ever happen.
That's a crazy statement. I mean,
under Marvel Studios, that I stand by that.
That is correct. I mean, we've dove into this conversation a little bit before, but like, and I don't want to add like too many extremes to it, but are you telling me 20, 30 years from now, there hasn't been an Iron Man movie since Iron Man 3, and you think that there shouldn't be a new Iron Man? If
Marvel Studios is still around and is still making phase 15 of the MCU with new characters or characters we know, whatever it may be, they're doing a bunch of side characters, a bunch of X-Men movies, crossovers between different universes. If they're doing all of that and they're still kind of like riding strong enough, I don't think that they should ever be like, all right, let's just like redo Iron Man so that we can have Iron Man in our new MCU. I don't think they should do that. I think I even made a TikTok on this that just like,
sure.
Yeah,
I remember that.
10 years from now, we're going to have X-Men. I know that there's some people who want to see different characters from the past interact with new characters that we haven't seen yet. I don't think the solution should be, oh, hey, we have the multiverse. Let's make a new Iron Man movie with a new Iron Man and then just bring him in so that we can still have Tony Stark. I am not a fan of that idea.
We've definitely had this conversation in depth before.
I think we have, yeah.
Last thing I'll say, because I don't want to retread ground. So let's say Secret Wars, and the thing I'm relating this to, you guys have not seen, I'm willing to bet, the CW show, what they did, all of them. They had a Crisis on Infinite Earths crossover event where Supergirl, Green Arrow, The Flash, Legends of Tomorrow, they all crossed over and they had to fight like the Monitor or the Anti-Monitor or something. And by the end of that, they were all in separate universes. Supergirl was a separate universe from The Flash. The only ones that were in the same universe was The Flash and Arrow. Technically, DC Legends could like bounce around, but by the end of that, they were all in one universe, and their universes merged, and they all lived on the same world, and they could just fly over and say hi to each other, kind of thing. So let's apply that to where Secret Wars might leave us, right? So blending the Fantastic Four's world with maybe either main continuity 616 MCU or I should say actually
Andor,
good show.
Fantastic show. Or the, what is it, Earth 838, the Doctor Strange one with Professor X and everything. That world maybe not, just because after everything that Wanda did, but just as an example, you know. And like, because like, how do we get Damson Idris as Black Panther? Is it that sort of scenario, or is it like a time jump scenario? We don't get that. You're tripping. We got it. We're getting another T'Challa. They would not have shown.
I'm not saying we won't get that. I'm just saying that Aiden is stupid.
Wait, what?
Who do you think is going to be Black Panther then?
Wait, what? How am I stupid for saying Damson Idris will be Black Panther?
I think he's implying that he thinks that concept art of Damson Idris was AI or fake.
He's tripping.
I'm saying Aiden thinks that we're getting that in Doomsday. Like,
I honestly don't think that's impossible.
Literally,
I don't think that's impossible.
either Doomsday or Secret Wars, yeah, Damson Idris or somebody as T'Challa, yeah, 100%.
Sure,
Yeah,
somebody, yeah,
but not Damson. Hold
as
on.
Black
What?
Panther, yeah.
Wait, hold on. So your
Ryan
hang up is
Gosling.
just the okay. All right. Let's move on. Let's move on. The Rotten Tomatoes. Yep, we all saw the numbers. I'm in last place, just like I'm in last place in the fucking box office one.
Wait,
Alrighty.
just to add insult to injury, when do we get to tell you our picks for your movie punishment?
I
for
said
watching the
whenever
Spider-Man
you
trailer?
want, man. I should have put a deadline on this,
Aiden,
but
are you
like,
ready? Because I'm ready. I'll do it right now.
I can. You want to do it right now? I mean, I haven't put.
I can do
he
mine
hasn't put
one
any
minute.
thought. He hasn't put any thought
can
into
do mine
it.
one-
You do yours right now. I'll do mine at the end of the episode.
All right, I'm being nice to you. I just want you to know that, like I said,
I mean, I liked your last recommendation, so
yeah. When I said this as like a punishment, I literally said like we could pick any BS low budget whatever. Like I could pick the Velocipaster, and you just have to waste an hour.
What the fuck
and a
is
half.
that?
You don't know what the Velocipaster is?
Don't I? Yeah, of course I do. I've seen that movie. I've seen that movie, bro. Yeah, I have, bro.
Think like
Wait
literally-
for the chat's sake. You said it, but I think I was talking over you. For any new viewers, any new listeners, I proclaimed that I was not going to watch the Spider-Man Brand New Day trailer because I'm a huge Spider-Man fan, and I feel like this idea was born after Thunderbolts last year. I felt like they showed off way too much in the trailers for that movie, and so I was like, oh, going into the next Marvel movie, which is technically Fantastic Four, but I'd already seen the trailer for that. I was like, I'm not watching any trailers. I'm just going to go into it blind. And for Spider-Man, I lasted 3 days, technically 4. I lasted 4 days before I saw the trailer, and I saw it in theaters for the first time, which is cool. But and the stipulation was that if I were to watch that trailer, both of these guys, I would be obligated to watch a movie that each of them recommends. So I have to watch 2 movies. One recommendation from each of these kids. So
yeah, and there was no limit. There was nothing that was put as a stipulation. We get to pick literally whatever we want. Like I said, you are so very lucky because I'm going to be nice to you, and use this as an opportunity to force you to watch something that I want you to watch and that I think you'll want to watch anyways at some point, and you just haven't. You probably know what I'm about to say.
Oh, okay. Okay.
You will be
Go ahead.
watching
Oh my gosh.
Lord of the Rings.
I knew. I knew that.
And
that's the first one, right? That's the
That's
first
the
one.
first one. And I
Okay.
do want to specify, and I think I've said this when we've talked about the series before, you are not to watch the extended edition on your first time through. I actually want you to watch the theatrical version because the extended edition between like all of them adds multiple hours of content. It's a lot of extra content. So just watch the theatrical version. Like HBO Max has both. You can watch standard or extended edition. So Fellowship of the Ring, and then we'll get the report back, and then maybe you'll be prompted to continue, but only after you've seen the whole story is when I would then say, like, now you could watch extended the next time you sit down and watch through it.
Okay.
I got mine. I'll be nice to you also. I'm not
Wow.
going to pick a bad movie. I could have went Babylon. I could have went Ballad of Wallace Island, but I want you to watch something that I feel like would actually fucking hit you deep down. And I also want to know your thoughts on it. I don't know if you've watched this movie. If you have, I can pivot. The Holdovers.
Oh no, I haven't. I do want to watch that. I thought you were gonna say
2023
Hamnet, but yeah,
released.
okay, yeah.
The Holdovers. Because that's a movie that I think you would absolutely love. So I want to know your thoughts on it. And I think we've talked about trying to get you to watch it before, I have at least. So I want you to watch it.
You're welcome, because this basically isn't a punishment. It's literally just like we get to pick your priority list of movies that you have to watch.
Yeah. Which it's like I could be mean, but I need this.
You watched
opportunity to
Mercy
watch
this
The
last
Holdovers.
week. Like,
Yeah.
you're welcome.
Yeah, sure. Good point.
Yeah.
Good point. That is
First
a valid
season
point.
of Attack on Titan.
Yeah, okay. That's how many. That's
Hey.
basically how many movies in one.
Aiden,
I
you,
mean-
you know you have a deal with this man that is on the table at any moment.
Yeah, no. Hey,
Yeah.
Hey, 2 words, right?
he
Charlie?
won't hold true. No,
Do it.
no. This is what's gonna happen, and I'm gonna start doing it, and then I'm gonna prove that I started doing it. And he's like, "All right, yeah, I'll watch Chuck in a year, bro. I'll watch Chuck in a year, like you put off Attack on Titan." That's what he's
Hey,
gonna say, bro.
we shook on it, bro. We shook on it. So, cool. Well, we'll see whenever you get to those, Charlie, and it better be next fucking week, because we're being nice.
Dude, oh,
Then,
I mean, there's nothing
we'll-
else coming out this week, so like you probably
Yeah.
That's true. That's
You
true. I'm not even going to the
you
movies.
have no excuses.
not
All
going to see
right.
normal. Never going to see normal, bro.
Kicking into our next gear, we got the drama review. We'll do a fast, speedy review for this because we got 3 huge shows to go over. But I figured we all watched it, so let's all get into it. The drama came out last week with the release of Super Mario Galaxy. So obviously we weren't able to watch it last week, and if we did, we weren't able to talk about it till right now. So the drama review in 3, 2, 1.
This is a triple thumbs up.
Oh,
is a triple
nice.
thumbs up. This is a triple thumbs up.
Mm-hmm.
I fucking love this movie, bro.
Yeah,
I love it.
I love it as well, and I truthfully for me, I'm bouncing back and forth between 3.5 stars and 4 stars, and so like the more I think about it, the more I could go either way. So
I'm at a 4.5, dude. Like I'm talking about.
Wow.
I absolutely love this movie
Holy
because I like the humor. I mean, one, I was so engaged, right? And I told y'all I got an Aura ring, right? So let me show you something real fast.
he has the
Oh,
stats
no.
from him watching the movie, bro.
So this is today. This is today, right? That pink right up there at the top. That's my stress. So I had a super chill day. All like this little area right here is all just restore time, which means I am recovering from the day before, which is when I watched the
Okay.
drama. So there's going to be a yellow, which is activity. Like that
What
was
the hell
me
was boy
golfing.
stressed out about today, bro? that
And
shit
then,
peaked
I don't
today.
know. No, I think that was just us talking. Like just I'm just like
okay.
the pink is a stress. The yellow is activity. So let's see if that focuses. So right after
Holy
golf,
shit.
I went and watched the drama,
Holy shit.
and I was just actively like heart rate out of the fucking sky that entire movie. So I was locked in from the jump. This is like some of the hardest I've ever laughed watching a movie before. Like
It's funny,
genuinely
man.
so funny. But like, dude, the end. My God, like at the end, I'm like, holy shit, yeah, this is a rom-com with 2 like amazing actors. Of fucking course, it's gonna have an ending that's gonna make me tear up. Like, hell yeah. Because I wasn't expecting a commentary on just relationships, marriages. Like,
Mhm.
yeah, fuck. I did some stupid shit. So did you. Like, let's just start over, right? Because what
Yeah.
else are we gonna do? We love each other. And
Commentary on like
that
are
moment,
you better than your worst mistake? Like are you more than your
Exactly.
worst mistake? Yeah.
well, and something that Brandon brought up, which I thought was really cool, he was like, her friend's biggest thing is like arguably worse because
Yeah.
she
Oh,
was
no.
actively,
Yeah,
she
100%.
actively knew what
100%.
she was
Dude,
doing. She's
Sorry,
like, but
I know we're just starting. That character, the friend,
Oh my
is
God.
one of the most unlikable characters.
I hate her so much. I hate her so much.
in movie
I hate her so
history.
much. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Anytime
Horrible.
I didn't even want to watch the movie.
yeah,
I think I would
She's
avoid
horrible.
watching this movie again specifically
Yeah.
for her.
yeah. But like even just like Brandon said, like what she did was arguably worse. So it's like, you do something wrong, but you actively try to be a better person every day about that, which she did. And it's like,
Mhm.
what does that have to say about you compared to, like what her friend's worst thing she ever did was? So like, I think that like it's extreme. Yes, it's very extreme,
Oh, yeah.
and that's why Charlie, I was like, I don't know if this thing is going to get past the 50s critic wise, because this is a ballsy swing.
Was that leak
But-
true? Because I didn't
Yeah.
know about the leak. Yeah, that was the leak.
that
Was
she
this
tried
okay?
to plan a
Gotcha.
an
Okay.
SS. So it's very ballsy. There's a lot of dark humor. I mean, lots of it, but it's very
Shoot.
extreme, but I think like the
Shoot parents,
commentary.
shoot your friends.
Oh, dude, I've been quoting that all day to my wife. I'm like, I'm gonna shoot your parents, and then I'm gonna shoot you, and then I'm gonna shoot you. Bro, I think the hardest I laughed though was whenever she was like, he's like, well, like, why did you leave a note or something? Did you actually do it? And it cut to her, and she's like, shout out Sally, you're fucking dying first.
Yo, that one was crazy, bro. That one, I literally looked at my fiance. I was like, holy shit. Holy shit. There's no way he did that.
Dude,
oh my God.
Fucking hilarious. I thought it was funny. And she's like, I don't know. Like, I just like the aesthetic of it. And then it cuts to her like videoing herself and like trying to look cool with it. It's like loving family, by the way. Like, just like great childhood. 2 loving parents in her life, by the way. It's so fucking funny, dude. And I think Robert Pattinson and Zendaya are phenomenal
performances,
this, dude.
Absolutely,
so good.
like stellar, dude.
I love this movie a lot, dude. I like it a lot. So I had such a blast with this. It exceeded all of my expectations.
Yeah, I'm seeing like so many. I feel like there's so many ways to take, and I think that with the leak and everything, and a lot of the conversation around this movie, there's a lot of ways to take it the wrong way. And sure, like depending on who you are, maybe the comedy is like poorly placed, and it's not an idea to joke around. Maybe depending on who you're talking to, but. Which like is fair, and I don't even think that I could really, depending on the person, make an argument against that. But I do think that like it is very poignant in what it's trying to convey to you and it doesn't, not in a way that like glamorizes it in any way. I mean, we've already been talking about some of it, but I guess a little bit more spoilery stuff for anybody who cares, who's watching or listening. For example, I've seen somebody, or I saw somebody in TikTok comments take, I think what was literally said, if I remember correctly, because I watched this movie a week and a half ago now. I think what was literally said when Charley was asking Emma why she didn't do it, and what he took from it was that she would be overshadowed because another shooting had already happened. But we see in the flashbacks, we see what actually happened is that she saw how it affects people around her. She saw how it hurts people, like the damage it causes, so much to the point where she's sitting there staring at one girl who was on her list, who was like probably top of the list, and starts breaking down crying. Like it has nothing to do with being overshadowed. It's just the fact that she even thought that she was capable of something like this, which I would think ideally that you would want that to be the outcome. You would, like, if this was actually happening, if somebody was going to go through with this, you want that outcome to be, they see the damage it causes and how to pull themselves back from that and not go through with such a horrendous act. Like in an ideal world, this would not happen. Like people would not even plan sort of things like that. But in this situation, you'd want that to be the case. Like I feel like you'd want them to be able to notice and realize the harm that it can potentially cause and the real people that it affects. And so I think that was so poignant, and I think that was right on the money of a way to talk about this, and still like with a sense of levity with it as well. I don't know. I think it was really well done, and I think that a lot of like the issue for me just comes in with like Charley being sort of flippant towards the end, as to like it almost switching on a dime as to like how he feels about it, and towards Emma. And I think that obviously I can understand it comes from the decision that he makes, the mistake that he makes, the worst thing that he's ever done, which I would think is now that act. But I guess maybe, I don't know if, I don't want it to sound like I needed it spoon-fed to me, but I get that I'm supposed to take that Charley doing that realizes like, wow, that was a really messed up thing that I did. And but I'm not like a horrendous person because of it. Like I'm not super mentally messed up. It was a moment of weakness in a way, is the way he looks at it. And so he can relate that to Emma. And I guess just in a movie that shows me so much of Emma's psyche back in the day, I would have liked a look into Charlie's psyche and how he handles it and how he was wrapping his head around it rather than just seemingly flippantly changing at some point in the wedding his ideals on it. Cause like it clearly messed him up, like so much to the point where he completely erased his speech and didn't even like bother to rewrite it or memorize it in any way. So like for it to bother him that much and for him to just flip without so much of like a really in-depth understanding of it from an audience perspective was a little bit lax for me. And that's kind of why I bounce back and forth between the 4-star and the 3.5. But
my pushback is I wonder if he had already made up his mind that he was fine with it when he goes to pants her. And after hearing her side and after hearing like, okay, like you joined a group and like her talking about how I recovered from it and how I learned that what I was about to do is really horrible. And him hearing that obviously still has a couple days where he's still reeling from it. But whenever she's like, you're still thinking about it? Well, like, I don't know. It's just been a lot. It's been a stressful week. And they start arguing. And then he pantses her because he's like, oh, whatever. Like, you know,
Sure.
You're being so serious. At that point is when Rachel calls her and then he meets with Rachel and he's sticking up for her. He's sticking up for, I think her name's Rachel. He's sticking up for Emma, you know, and in that moment, like, yeah, he's fibbing a little bit about why she did it, but he's sticking up for her. And even whenever he's talking to the girl in the wheelchair, her cousin, he walks away and he keeps playing in his mind, like, what's true love? What's true love? Is it sticking up for you? Is it looking past your mistakes? All this stuff, like he's in his head. He's like, what is true love? What does true love mean? And I think him talking to Misha and seeing, what would you do if Blake had planned an SS? Like, what would you do in that scenario? And the fact that she keeps saying, we'll call the cops, right? We'll call the cops. Okay, but what if she's changed? Well, I mean, I don't know. That's a big red flag. And he's like, no, like, you just don't get it. Like, you know, like you don't get it. That's what I took from it is kind of like I'm trying to stick up for her and I'm trying because nobody knows her like I do. And that's what he's telling her in that scenario or in that situation. He's like, but what if they changed? You know, what if you know that they're never capable of anything like that again? Now, Misha's like, I'd call the cops because have you seen Blake? He'd kill me. Well, Charlie doesn't have to worry about that. You know, he's like, oh, I know that she's not going to like murder me in my sleep. She's not going to overpower me and kill me. But Misha's like, she sees it from that point of view. So it's hard to get somebody to relate and tell him that he's okay for forgiving her. So I think him crashing out is just like, nobody can tell me the answer that I want to hear. So I wonder if maybe he had already forgiven her and he had already been fine with it up until the wedding, where now the biggest issue is people talking about it and, oh, she's going to find out I told somebody. But I don't think it was really like a switch on a dime. More so, it got to the point where he was just like, I think it's okay. And I think him pantsing her in that moment was him trying to be like, no, look, it's fine. Based on what happens after.
I don't dislike that perspective. I guess just the way I read it was that that wasn't him accepting it in my mind. That was him trying every which way to justify it in his mind because he loves Emma and he wanted so desperately for her actions to make sense in his mind because he wasn't there. He couldn't make sense of it. He's hearing about it all after the fact. And so I took it as, maybe with the exception of talking to the cousin in the wheelchair, because that was very much an act of like trying to save the wedding in a way, at least for Emma's sake, because like she has no other friends and Rachel was the maid of honor, and so that conversation was purely just to try to let her convince Rachel to still be able to go. But like that's why with the Misha thing specifically, the way he crashes out, like, I feel like he was having that conversation, that line of questioning with Misha in order to justify his feelings and his beliefs on the situation. But you're right in that he was not hearing what he wanted to hear from that. He wasn't getting the justification that he wanted, and so therefore he crashed out. So that's why I personally feel like the switch happens at some point after that, and that's why I guess, but just different interpretations. So like,
Well,
100%, I can see
where
where you're coming from.
Well, and I think what's really cool about that is that you just completely like the flashback of her crying in front of her classmate, being like, "Wow, this was almost you." I didn't even interpret it as that the first time, but hearing you say, I'm like, "Holy shit!" Like that adds so much more to that scene, which makes me love that scene even more. So I'm like,
Dude,
"Shit,
so
I love that. I love that train of thinking." So I didn't even take it as that whenever I first saw it. I literally was just like, "Oh, they're playing as a joke." Like, okay, so the only reason you didn't do it was because you didn't want to be overshadowed. And she's like, yeah, I mean, like, I don't know. So like you interpreting it that way, I'm like, oh yeah, no, I love that. I think that's really
I
fascinating.
definitely side more with what Charlie's saying here, especially because like from Charlie's perspective at the wedding, I don't feel like because for him, if he had truly moved on, other than of course what happened with Misha, he like everything else between him and Emma should kind of be like resolved and feel more normal. And like, it still felt like there was kind of this like tension and maybe that was mostly just because there was, you know, these other conversations happening and these other situations and whatnot. But it really didn't feel like that until like, to me, like everything at the wedding went to crap. Everybody left, whatever. And I think it was kind of, I agree with Charlie in the fact that like at some point there's a breaking point of everything going so wrong that there was a shift in perspective to just be like, everything's messed up, but at some point you just have to move on because you love the person. I wouldn't have said that that was pre-wedding. I would have said that was post everything coming out, and lumping kind of all of it together.
Like I would say that like maybe it's at some point when he's at the apartment by himself and like he starts dancing alone with the music. For a very split second, he starts dancing alone. But like maybe like I think headcanon for me, it's not confirmed in the movie, of course, or anything. But like after the crash out and after everything falls apart and like Emma's gone and he can't get a hold of her, like that's when he realizes just how much he loves her despite everything, and he hopes beyond hopes that like she will also come to that same realization after she finds out what he did, and so he goes to the diner and then waits for her just like they had originally planned.
My only pushback to that is as soon as everything happens and he's talking to is his name Michael? I'm not sure. Which also that like he grew up around guns and he's like, I didn't grow up around guns. He's like, yeah, you said your dad had a lot. Yeah, my dad was a cop. That's insane. Anyways, let's just call him Michael.
And I'm not scared of guns.
he meets up with Michael immediately after and he's like, I don't know. Like, I don't know if I can go through with this. I don't know if I can go through the wedding. Like, I don't know what to do. And then he talks to her. And obviously he still has his grudges. Like he's going back and forth with everything, keeps talking to her. If he was going to save the wedding, like I feel like there's an argument for why not just call it off if that's truly how he feels? Because he brought it up immediately after it happened, calling off the wedding. So why is it such a sudden change if he's still going through with the wedding and it's not okay, I sat down and talked with her. She even asked him, do you still want to marry me? He's like, yeah, let's still meet with our photographer, like while we talk it out. And then it gets to a point where they go through with everything and they're there at the wedding. And big point of
sorry to interrupt you. Which conversation are you talking about? The conversation he had with Michael right after that night?
Immediately after, yeah.
Okay, see, and now I took that scene. I don't think that scene was real. I took that scene as that was Emma like freaking out about where, because like I mean I don't know, like maybe I'm wrong, but because like there's not really any other scene where it's like she's imagining something that didn't happen, so like maybe again like, this is just like me inserting something.
He imagined a lot of like they flashed a lot of his take on something that she had said. So it's not out of the realm of
Yeah.
possibility.
Okay. No. Yeah. That's fair. That's fair. So like that's how I took it. It was that because like I don't know. Maybe it was just the way it was edited too to me. That like that was Emma waking up. She's alone and she's just imagining he's off having this private discussion with Michael about ending this wedding and running away from me and leaving me. And then he comes in with 2 cups of coffee, and then so then I was like, okay, yeah. I for some reason I just read it immediately as like, oh, he just went to go get them coffee. So then now they can have that discussion.
What's crazy is I read the 2 cups of coffee as like I need an excuse to see like how I left or like why I left this.
Sure.
So I come in with 2 cups of coffee, like, hey, I was out getting this coffee, like, sorry, I'm late or whatever. Okay.
See, well, I love this, bro. This is art, bro. This is art. We're taking it like this. I love this. I love this shit.
If it is real, that which is how I took it in the moment. That was my thought. It was like, okay, he's already like his friend is telling him just call off the wedding. Like, I don't know, like that's crazy stuff. Like, let's call it off. Tell my grandparents to stay home. But he still goes back home and talks to her. And then we get the whole events of the movie, which is obviously him still taking a chance on her, but just being very cautious with everything. Because that's what you do in relationships. When something huge happens and you got to take those couple weeks to be like, all right, I don't really like you a whole lot, but you know, we're married. We got to do this. You know, I don't know. That's how I took it, which is what fueled my thinking of,
sure.
Yeah, it wasn't on the spot, like flipping. It was, it was a long process of having conversations, duking it out, and then coming ahead at the wedding and just being like, let's start over.
I also want to add what reinforced that for me a little bit was that in every subsequent conversation with Michael and between Michael, Charley, and Rachel, even if we just see Michael and Rachel, like Michael is very like passive in his thoughts on everything. Like, whereas in that scene, he's very much like, you're not marrying a crazy person. We're going to cancel everything right now and you're flying back home. Like that just seems like a very different characterization for him than what is actually happening.
Well, that's what's crazy, fault, dude.
That's what I say. What's
how does he marry someone like Rachel? That's actually crazy.
Yeah. What's also crazy is that is Emma seeing Rachel act that way, so immediately projecting that onto Michael in that memory of, oh, maybe he's talking to Michael right now, and maybe Michael's acting the same way that Rachel would, when in reality, Michael's like, I don't think it's look, she had trauma. She saw her neighbor die in a car accident in front of her. I think it's fine. So that's a good point too. I don't know. It's a cool little like different interpretations of everything, but I don't know.
Sorry, Benjamin. We kind of like filibustered that.
Listen, I'm good with it because I'm liking the conversation and hearing some of the depth in the back and forth and different interpretation. I liked the movie. I gave it 3.5 stars. I didn't like love the movie. Okay. I thought it was enjoyable.
I got it up to 4 then. If this boy gave it 3.5,
what does that mean?
Because I clearly like it more than you. You know, and
but
so
we probably rate things.
We rate things on different scales. You're right.
I no need to feel intimidated. Like, keep yours going.
Oh, bro, I ain't intimidated, my boy. I just love this movie. I love this.
Yeah, thing. Charley. Hey, all I'll say is, Charley, the conversation we've been having is definitely sounding like a 4-star conversation. Yeah. So I don't know.
For me, Charley, what you pointed out for the ending, that was a big point to me because, you know, the movie, it takes its turn and everything kind of comes to a head, and then the crazy wedding, and then when we get to the diner scene, it feels a little unresolved. Like, I get that everything's resolved, which is kind of like hey, we're just gonna like move past things and start fresh. That's like kind of the whole purpose of the reoccurring hey, you come here often, what's your name, whatever. Like, that's the whole point, is to try to reset and find common ground with the other person and move on from something. But like, when the diner scene happened, like I guess it's just because everything came to a head and came crashing down at the same time. But for me, like, Emma's character, she just found out that Charley cheated, like, literally right before their wedding. And like, there's nothing that happens for that except for the fact that he gets like punched in the face. And then like the next time they see each other, that's just like, hey, we both made mistakes. Let's move on. Even though like for her mistakes was like the childhood thing that she never actually did and not actually a bad thing. Like, really, she hasn't done many wrong things that actually take place within this specific movie.
She lied to him about her being deaf, her being born deaf
True.
in one ear. She lied that wasn't
Right. But like, I'm just
I
saying
think
actual actions like that compared to literally cheating like the day before your wedding or however soon
What
before
is
your wedding.
what I say about the cheating thing is that and I'm not trying to blame Emma here, but I just think from her perspective, it's brought on because of everything that happened here. Like Charlie did that because he was so overwhelmed by everything. And not that I'm excusing Charlie. I'm not saying that was the right thing to do, but maybe just from her perspective, like she went to the diner and to see if he was there to like, cause that was like for her, if he's there, then I think that he can finally understand and accept me and still love me. And then we can just start fresh. Cause I am willing to understand, accept and love him despite that as well.
Right.
Yeah. I fully bought in, and thank you, Charlie, for taking the word, because I was like, I'm gonna try to say this, but I'm gonna sound like I'm condoning cheating. So I was like, I don't know how to say it. I'm gonna let Charlie go. But
I feel like I still sounded like I was condoning cheating.
Yeah, you did. I felt fine with the ending too. So
I don't disagree. It felt everything hit the fan, and then everything was better way too quick, in my opinion. And so I like from a story and an emotional perspective, the ending scene didn't get me emotional at all because it just resolved immediately, and I felt like there should have been more. Now I gotta put the hand up and be honest that I actually thought that we were gonna take a way darker turn. I thought everything was gonna go crazy with the wedding, and then we see her leave. Listen, I'll just be honest about my thoughts.
There's also the shot of the bloody wedding, or like early on in the movie, right after we find out that she was planning.
I thought
that's another example
back
of
home
something.
to Louisiana, getting the gun, and either doing something or doing something just offing herself. Like I thought we were.
Here's what's crazy, because for a split second, like she goes in there, like she grabs her handbag or something, or she starts to like panic, and for a split second, I thought the same thing, but then I'm like, damn, what does that say? Like, what does that say about me? Like that everybody is treating her that way. What does that say about me as an audience member? Also being like, she's gonna grab a gun. Okay, how does that make me any different than Rachel, who's sitting here saying the same stuff about her? So I was like, for a split second, I thought that, and then I was like, I'm gonna trust my girl, bro. I can't, because I'm gonna be just like these other people gossiping about her, and that's like holding a mirror up. So I thought about that too for a split second, and I was like, oh damn, I don't know how I feel, kind of being nervous seeing her pace around. Like the movie's trying to instill that, but yeah.
I just gotta say, her when she's holding the knife and they're at their apartment and she walks over and kind of like jokes. For me, you never joke about that because accidents happen. Something slips out of your hand, and all of a sudden, like, not that you had bad intentions, but I don't mess around with jokes like that. I just gotta say, I would still be mad about that.
Last thing I want to say, because we got to talk about these other TV shows. That I really, at first I did not enjoy. That's not the right way to put it, but I just didn't find a reasoning for the DJ doing heroin. Like that was such an interesting thing to me. Like what does that matter? But like when you actually think about it, like the movie there's a lot of conflict between the two of them, and the way that they're handling each other's stuff and like what they have going on. I think that's a sort of way to show like how they handle conflict together, like them together against other things. And then we see how that evolves or devolves rather, as the movie goes on. So like they're both originally, when they first find out, they're talking about it, and they're talking about it with Michael and Rachel. Like, what do we do? Do we fire her? Do we report her? Or like whatever and then come the day before, after we've been through everything with these characters, and I don't know if this was intentional, everything I'm saying right now, but come the day before the wedding, like, all right, we got to fire her. Like we just gotta make the call. And then Charlie tries to do it. He backs down because of everything that happened before. And then Emma has to step up to be the one to do it, but she's really like just lacks. Like I'm sorry, but we have to do this. Like I don't know. Just I thought it was an interesting way to highlight how they've changed over the story and like their problem solving together and how that changed. But I don't know if that was intentional. Maybe I'm looking into it too much though. So
No, I definitely like that. I don't hate that at all. Yeah, man. I said short discussion, but I love this movie so fucking much.
Yeah.
I could keep
Great
talking about
fucking movie.
it's crazy. I could keep like I uncovered so much more too that I could even keep talking about the stuff that I didn't really know that I liked and admired so much. Hey,
Dude, I would say that I have to rewatch it to see if I appreciate it more, except Ashley exists. So
I'm
Ashley,
is that her
you
name?
remember her name? No, it's
Rachel.
Rachel. It's Rachel. That's
I
how
would
much he hates you.
I'd definitely rewatch it just for the fucking comedy. Holy shit, it was.
I
So
plan to
funny.
rewatch it. I'm sure it'll be on HBO here in a couple.
I
you gotta
100%
inflate the
will.
box office, buddy.
My
That's true.
one of my favorite.
That's
You know the meme of Jake Gyllenhaal like flashing all the guns in the camera.
Yeah, from the
I didn't know. Like I was just watching TikTok. I was just scrolling on TikTok before I watched the movie, and I saw someone say, this is very mean. I don't like that I'm laughing at it, but someone's like how Chud Emma was moving back in high
Chud
school.
Chud Emma.
I was like,
Oh
yo,
Dude,
I was like,
okay,
yo, what is gonna happen in this movie?
I know we're about to transition to show talk, but like I've seen so many memes about Invincible and The Boys, and even some that's like a combination of both. Everybody's using the like slowed down
yeah.
Miley Cyrus song. And so it's always just like this scene,
Wow,
and then it's
you're
like
lame.
meanwhile Oliver. But then it's a combination between the two. It's literally like MM shirt, and then it's like Oliver's crush, and it's a crustacean. It's like a combination of both. I'm not seeing any Daredevil, whereas I feel like for Born Again season
It's always
one,
the boys and Invincible.
it is. I feel like for season 1 of Daredevil, though, I was seeing like it would be some dramatic scene, and then it was like meanwhile the Punisher, and it's the clip of Jake Gyllenhaal from End of Watch with all the guns and and I'm like, where are those memes?
Dude, yeah.
We need
Yeah,
some
there haven't been a
Daredevil
lot of
memes.
Daredevil ones. Yeah,
it's
it's been a lot of the
hard to
boys
make
and Invincible.
Daredevil memes when Daredevil's a side character in his own show, but we'll get into that later.
All right,
Whoa,
this
whoa,
guy.
whoa, whoa.
All right, this guy. Fuck, you know what? We're getting into it now. Daredevil.
Yeah, start talking, buddy.
Daredevil episode 4 was it?
Episode
Daredevil
4.
Born Again episode 4, season 2 just dropped, and we were going to talk about the boys, but Charlie wants to pipe his little voice up as if we didn't get the best goddamn fucking episode of this show so far. Review in 3, 2, 1. Absolute fucking cinema. All right.
Listen, bro. I'll respect game because Matt was finally like we get to follow him following the trail to Bullseye. We're going full spoilers for this, by the way, chat.
Everyone's seen it. Come on.
Yeah. We get to see him following the trail to find Bullseye, and we follow him to the diner. We follow him to the church, and like we get a little moment of Matthew talking to the pastor within the church. Like, dude, like it's great stuff. It's like finally we're getting some Matthew stuff, you know. And then we even have some relation to like the boxing fight is going to be in Fogwells. Like that's crazy. I didn't even know that. I knew there was going to be a boxing fight, but I didn't know it was going to be in Fogwells and everything like that. But it's very much up until this point, like Matt hasn't been much of a focus in his own show. And I feel like for all the complaints from last season about, and this was highlighted especially for me with this being like the first real mention at all this season to Matt's faith whatsoever. Like that was a critique that somebody had it back in season 1. Mm-hmm. There was more by this point in season 1 than there is now in season 2. And I know that for everybody says that it gets even better from here on out. And I am very excited for that because episode 4 is phenomenal. It is phenomenal. And if this is a sign for the future, fantastic.
I've heard every episode from here on out gets better than the last.
Yep.
Yeah. See, and that excites me to no end. And I don't even in saying that Matt is a side character in his own show. I don't even necessarily mean that as an entirely bad thing, because one of my complaints in season 1 was that the side characters were wholly uninteresting, and they were not there for any reason other than like exposition and telling Matthew not to do things or to do things and yada yada yada. But this time around, like, we're getting more for Karen, because Karen was absent the entirety of season 1, with the exception of 2 episodes. We're getting a lot more with Kirsten, Matthew's law, even though she's not even like interacting with Matt at all. Other than a little bit in last episode, episode 3, even though she didn't know that was Matt.
A highlight, Buck, bro. Buck.
Yep.
Holy shit, highlight.
Buck's phenomenal. He ain't no Wesley, but he's phenomenal.
Yeah, I was gonna say, what was the guy in the original show? Wesley.
Yeah, Wesley. Fuck. Yeah, we'll see him next week, man. We'll see him.
It's next week. Wait, it's next week? Was this the episode? I didn't know that.
In 2 days.
What is the episode? Whoa, what are we talking about?
Nothing, buddy. Calm down, man. Calm down. Some of us who watched the mid-season trailer would know. You wouldn't understand. All right, calm it down, buddy.
Hey, enjoy Lord of the Rings, buddy. Keep watching your trailers.
But yeah, no, I like in saying that Matthew's been a side character in his own show. It's not a wholly bad thing, but I do think that there's a balance that they're missing, but it seems like they are getting it back with this episode, and I'm very appreciative for that. But beyond that, I mean, come on, bro. That bullseye sequence, bro.
I'm one of the good guys.
Gosh.
I'm one of the good guys, dude.
It felt like old Marvel comedy, bro. That was like so like, I'll get a banana milkshake, and then as he's fighting, he falls down right next to her. That was a great milkshake, by the way. That was a great milkshake. Just I don't know, dude. And then I love the little, like, he's just looking around the room, looking at what he can grab, and then he calls the anti-vigilante task force. I think I just saw Frank Castle enter the diner. Like, dude, oh my gosh, bro. Oh my God, he has a gun.
Yeah.
Dude, it is so good.
He has a gun.
He has a gun.
So good, dude. I've always stood by the fact that he is like top 5 greatest casted Marvel characters ever, bro.
Yeah.
Like, him and Kingpin are 2 of the top 5, in my opinion.
I mean, and honestly, it's not a crazy thing to say. I just feel like there's so many that can be in the top 5.
Villains for sure. Villains for sure.
Okay.
But,
yeah, villains.
What about his performance? Like, not just casting, but his performance specifically.
Phenomenal.
Well, I think it's so good, even compared to like the stuff that we see in the OG show of like, oh, I'm so sorry to hear that. I bet that affected you, or like whatever he would say, like his therapy and whatnot. Like, I think like whenever he drops down and he's like, that was a great banana shake, or whenever he tells the guy, he's like, having a dog in the diner's unsanitary. You know, don't worry, I'm one of the good guys. Like, I feel like that's all shining through of character development that we saw in the old show. Like, I feel like that therapy in specific is shining through, and I love that because I've always loved his backstory. I've always loved the character. I forget her name. I don't know. I forget her name, but the jogger that he stalks.
Yeah, that he stalked.
Like, just starts doing goat noises in a date. Like, I love to see that stuff shining through. So to see him kind of pulling back to that, so phenomenal, dude. So great.
Great stuff, man.
I mean, he's got to be top 10 villain performance of all time. Like,
yeah.
I mean, what's in the conversation? You have like Heath Ledger, Willem Dafoe's Green Goblin.
I'd even say no. That's great, but I would say
I thought you were chirping on me there.
Oh my gosh, I forget how to pronounce his name. Is it Chakudi Awuji in Guardians Volume 3?
Guardians 3.
That might even be up there. Yeah,
that's
in
a great
top 10
one.
for sure.
Killmonger.
Killmonger's great. Yeah.
Will we put Josh Brolin? Like
Josh Brolin, Thanos? I think you have to. Yeah.
Homelander, like Anthony Starr.
Homelander. Yeah. Oh yeah. Especially. Oh yeah. We'll get into. Especially these first 2 episodes.
Anthony Starr. He might be top 5. I'll just be.
Real. I don't hate that. I don't hate that at all.
Villain performances. Yeah.
I don't hate that at all.
Starr?
Huh?
Bro, what?
Who the hell is Anthony Starr?
Oh, Anthony.
Yeah. I'm just saying, buddy. Let's get the names right. Let's get the names right.
Is there anybody else from DC
sure.
that's like outside of Heath Ledger? Is there anything
There has to be somebody.
What
bro.
about
I
what,
don't, I don't,
what
I don't want
about
to get clipped.
what
I don't
about
wanna get
Paul
clipped.
Dano as Riddler? Did we like was that like is that top 10 worthy?
You don't get enough of
Top
him,
10?
I don't think.
But is top 10 a conversation?
I don't think he's quite there. Hey, much
Interesting.
better. The Penguin. Colin Farrell.
But like the
yeah,
movie though, like what performance? The
TV
show?
TV
Well,
show.
yeah,
would count.
Yeah,
Like-
the show I'd agree.
Like
Okay,
we're
not the
saying,
movie.
That's all that matters.
we're saying an
Okay.
actor with a character.
Yeah.
It can be across
Okay.
multiple
Okay.
projects.
Then yeah. If we're well, I'm just wondering if there are other Marvel like can we fill out the top 10 before we get to Penguin? Like are there definitive choices before we get to Penguin? This might have to be an
I don't
episode
think
we
so.
talked about.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
This might have to we might have to dedicate an episode to this because like
It's a
top
good
10s of just multiple different like heroes, top 10 villains, yada yada yada, all that kind of
I'm
stuff.
saying strictly performance, by the way.
Sure.
I think Wilson Bethel as Bullseye. Is it crazy to say top 5, man? Performance as
See,
a villain.
I would take Colin Farrell as Penguin over Wilson.
really
Bethel.
over Wilson Bethel's Bullseye.
I would.
I'd take
To
Bullseye.
me, the
I
Penguin
think.
show is
Ooh,
phenomenal.
I think
He's
off the
so
top of
good
my
as
head
Ozcom.
right now, if I had to pick, I think I'd go with Wilson Bethel, but I don't want to
Hey Vic, get in the car.
fall into
Get in the
the
car, Vic.
recency
Ah man.
bias conversation.
you the whale,
I give you the world.
I can't lie.
I don't know.
I don't know. That's pretty
tough.
good, man. That is tough. That's tough.
That's
Maybe
very tough.
okay. Maybe Penguin does belong in the top 10. I guess
Penguin
I'd be willing
definitely
to
belongs
agree
in
with
top 10. Yeah, I think you are tripping there.
that. Yeah. Okay. Fine. I was just trying to think of like I don't think Ultron is better than Penguin, but like I think Ultron belongs in top 10. Like I think like James Spader as Ultron is really good.
Mhm.
Like he's really good performance wise, really good.
I
Yeah.
think we just at some point we got to come and do like a draft board where we each get like 5 picks total and first come first serve,
yeah.
snake draft back and forth, and then we
Sure.
can kind
Drafting
of break down.
'Cause,
Then when you draft like that, if we actually all gave our top 5, there's probably some overlap. Whereas if we draft, we can kind of get some.
I like a draft. I like a super villain draft. We'll have to get specific on the criteria just in terms of like best villain, best casting, best performance, but it's a fun conversation. But yeah, I love the diner sequence so much, man. And I love him and Matt, like Matt kind of having to show up at the gym to be like, I gotta put a cap on this cannon, dude. It's kind of going crazy. Like I can't have him kill Vanessa,
Dude,
just for it all to happen.
Sorry,
dude.
speaking of, I know we're getting to spoilers and like whatever the ending with Vanessa. Do you guys know that was in the marketing?
Well, him being pulled away was in the mark.
There's a shot in the marketing where Kingpin like pulls down the ropes and points the gun over at Bullseye.
And she's
And
in the background.
In the background, she's there, and you can see the thing sticking out. Of her skull.
Oh, really? I didn't know
In
you
the
could
marketing.
see the thing in her head.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know you
wow.
could see it.
I think it was like
dude,
the.
she go for it. Sorry,
I think it was the mid-season trailer, which I didn't see fully, but
Yeah.
I saw somebody point
Okay,
out like
the
dude,
fact
the
that you said
marketing
you
guy's
didn't
got to be
see it-
pissed at this.
the fact that you say you didn't see it really, like, damn, I just stay off. Stay off.
don't.
I haven't seen
Yeah.
it.
Just because I'm kind of like feeling bad about that earlier. Anyways,
No, I shouldn't have watched that, man. I shouldn't have watched. As soon as I
Dude,
finished
a
watching it, I was like,
mid-season
"Why the
trailer?
fuck did I watch this?" Well, I don't know why I did
didn't
that.
watch it. I saw the fucking people on Twitter posting screenshots and shit. That's what got me. I'm like, great. Now I know.
Well,
all
and
these
also,
things.
dude, discussing film outright posted the Jessica Jones thing I was talking about. They literally said the line that she said that gives her like, I don't know, bro.
Yeah, Ben, stay clear. But what I was gonna say,
I don't plan to watch it.
what I was gonna say was like I was just watching the episode, right? He blocks the sculpture they threw. Also, somebody pointed out that Bullseye threw it knowing he was gonna block it, and that the way he threw it
Was
caused
gonna
the
bounce
shard.
and hit.
Oh my god, so sick. Anyways, he throws it, and I was like, okay, he blocked it, whatever. And then she turns around, and out loud, I'm sitting there. Maddie's playing Animal Crossing. I'm literally sitting there. She turns around. I was like, Oh
Yeah, bro.
fuck!
Yeah.
Oh, they did it! I was like literally jaw on the floor, like screaming. She's like, "What?" I'm like, "That shit was crazy." What I just saw
Yeah.
there, you have no idea
I actually
how
couldn't believe it.
insane that is.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then the Watcher shit, really cool.
That was I was
think
gonna have that
nothing
question
out
for
of
you guys.
that.
Do you think that was intentional?
I
Didn't
do
they say that was
because
intentional?
did you see?
Brad Winderbaum.
Yeah, but did you see the reasoning for it? How when Fisk lost his Vanessa in the Spider-Verse movies, it all went to shit. So like that
I
being
did not see
like
this.
so the explanation was obviously the Watcher shows up before a huge key event happens because he shows up on the Genosha battle in X-Men
Yep.
97. He shows up right before then
Ben
because that's a
wouldn't know
huge
that.
event. Yeah, Ben wouldn't know that. That episode, one of the best episodes Marvel's ever put out. Like,
Seriously,
honestly, my dog walks some Loki season 2 stuff, but we'll get into that later. So he shows up in those important moments. So him showing up there, the last time we saw Fisk loses Vanessa. Now,
Yeah.
this is a conversation me and Brandon were having, and he's like, now, obviously, do we think that they're gonna tear open the multiverse because of this? Because he has a line where she says, "How many worlds do you want to take over?" And he says, "How many are there?" And then she dies. No, come on. Like,
Okay, you're
intentional.
opening my
I think
mind
it's
to this a bit
intentional.
more. I can't
I
lie.
think it's intentional.
Okay.
So I definitely do, and I think it's a really cool touch, especially
No,
this
I think
episode.
if it's intentional, it's really cool. It is super good. And you're making me lean more towards intentional. But I won't lie. When I first saw that and I saw like I do think it was cool. It is cool how it's but like I mean, maybe it was like CG, but like, how do you break the window in that way in such an intention, and then have you line the shot up like that? Like, I don't know. I thought that it was a happy accident, and then like, sure, I love Brad Winderbaum. He's brought in a lot of great Marvel television stuff, but like, I feel like he just took that opportunity. Yeah, of course, my boys. Come on, man.
Nah,
You
I
know,
think
you
it's
know
100%.
me.
Yeah.
I mean,
I
hey,
think it's 100%. It like makes it, dude, it adds like an eerie element almost.
no,
where
yeah.
you're
When
kinda
you
like, oh
you giving me
shit.
that context to it, yeah, absolutely, I agree.
Yeah. So
Because it's almost
I
like
think
canon
that's
events,
cool.
but like for Kingpins instead of Spider-Mans.
Yeah. So I don't know, like what the hell happens from here. And how does Kingpin play into it? So yeah. But yeah, I like him and Bullseye kind of just like fleeing, just like, yo, we gotta get out of here. And I'm really excited for this next episode. I won't get into like spoilers, but I think people have kind of alluded as to what they're gonna cover and what's gonna happen. And I think we're in for like some really, really good shit. Just like conversation, like talking stuff. Yeah.
I
So,
need that. I need that, baby.
Yeah, I'm very excited. Cool. Any other thoughts on Daredevil Born Again?
Peak.
Great episode, man. Fantastic stuff, man.
That 2-episode drop last week really came in clutch, dude. It's like I feel like this show has hit a stride that's like gonna be hard to top.
I'm really fucking annoyed though that there's only like we're halfway through the season. We got no Jessica Jones yet. Like, what are we doing? I rewatched her whole show, rewatched her whole damn thing, and she's only going to be in half of this damn season.
So what you're saying is you want Matt to be in the show less, but you complain that he's a side character.
Hold on, wait, what? Who says that because Jessica's on screen, Matt can't also be on screen? You bozo. Who says that?
I'm just
also, what's really wrong with like just having her in the back half? Like what's inherently wrong with
that? Man, she could have been in this whole time.
Back half.
She could have been in there this whole time, man. I love me some Jessica Jones, man.
It'll be fine.
It's like after I finished her, I just finished her show, and it's like I have post-show depression, but like I know I'm gonna get more of her, so I want more of it right now.
See, that's how I felt after The Boys. I had some like post The Boys season 4. Like as much as I didn't really like the season, it ended so highly that I was like, God, I kind of want some more of The Boys. But like not Gen V. I don't care about the world. I want more of these characters. So
these characters.
That weight was kind of a pain, but lo and behold, it's here.
Bro waited like 3 years to watch The Boys.
Yeah. Which, I mean, I still have my fatigue, but it's all right. The Boys season 5 has dropped its
You
first
just got to
2
get through this
episodes.
season, and you'll be fine.
I'll be fine. Yeah, I mean, it's the last season, so it's kind of like a Stranger Things situation where once we got to the final the final episode or whatever, it's like, all right, I'm kind of over this, but it's the last hurrah that's been a big part of my life, so I'm here for it. So it's kind of how I'm tackling this season, final season of The Boys. Review in 3, 2, 1.
Triple thumbs, baby.
Yep.
Triple
Another
thumbs.
thumbs. Oh man,
It's great. It's really
I'm
good.
still
Yeah,
recovering.
I think this is a fantastic start to the season. I think I'm still a little bit bitter about. I'm interested to see what episode 3 is. Just because I'm still bitter about the not for some reason doing the 3 episodes and then continuing after that. I assume that's because of the cliffhanger ish thing at the end of episode 2. But like, I mean, if you watch a trailer for the season, like that's not really much of a what did I just said the word cliffhanger.
Spoiler?
A cliffhanger. That's not really much of a cliffhanger if you've seen a single trailer for this season. But with that being said, I mean, everything that they do so far, with the exception of like, why maybe they'll talk about this later in the season. Why the fuck does Annie vape now? She's so tortured. She has to vape. Like they keep like it's like they're awkwardly like showing the fact that she vapes. Like I don't know why. Like they just focus on her every time she's hitting it. And I'm like, what? Okay, whatever. Also,
Meanwhile,
little tidbit.
Starlight.
Meanwhile, Charley.
Yeah, exactly, bro. Yeah. Also, a little tidbit I want to point out in my skimming of season 4, after the whole stuff happens with the clone, Annie tells Huey, "You're getting tested for everything, every disease known to mankind. I'm not getting shapeshifter syphilis." And then pretty much right after that, Huey's taken and put into a concentration camp. Most certainly does not get tested. And then when he breaks out, they immediately have sex. So like, I don't know. You got whatever he's got now. All right. So
Maybe that's why she's vaping now. So.
This was like Emma and Charlie. He was in the concentration camp. They're putting everything behind them, and
okay. All right, buddy.
everything's better.
Keep going over it.
I think obviously the Kimiko stuff is really cool. I loved that at the end of season 4. Like that was such a shock moment. Like she finally speaks, and then like now we get to see that come to fruition, and it's so good because it feels so weird. It feels so uncanny still, like listening to her talk. But she's great. She's hilarious. I think I'm glad that the actress is finally getting a chance to speak in the show. Maybe she did in some flashbacks or something, and I just am forgetting. But my one quarrel with everything that happened so far, and I will be getting into spoilers for you guys, chat. My one quarrel with this, and I guess I hope Aiden left his headset on because I want to hear what he has to say about this too. I do feel like everything that happened with A-Train at the very end here felt a bit rushed, which is a bit of a bummer to me because of how they've handled his character up to this point. Because we go from season 4, actually, I'll go all the way back to season 3 with his brother after he gets paralyzed, and then A-Train kills the guy that paralyzed him by dragging him across the street, and his brother's pissed at him for that. He's like, I wanted my kids to see his mugshot on the TV. Now they're never going to get that chance. And he kicks him out of his house. He wants nothing to do with him after that. And then cut to season 4. A-Train's telling his nephews all of his stories about being a hero, and none of them are true. They're all bullshit. And his brother comes up and tells him, you've never actually saved anybody. Like you don't get to talk. I told you to stay away from my kids, that kind of thing. And granted, in season 4, he ends up saving somebody, saves MM and everything like that. But then I just feel like we never see his family again after that, his brother and his nephews after that. And then all of a sudden we jump to, I get it. I get why they're on the run. I get why he took his family with him. But we just jumped over this whole forgiveness aspect of him and with his family. And we're just at that point now where they're talking and he's like, sure, being on the run's a pain in the ass, but like, I get to see you doing your thing, being happy. And I'm like, okay, this is cool. This is great. But I just would like to see how we got here. Because all this happened off screen. And then now A-Train's dead. And so like, I still really cool the way they did it. Like he could have survived if he just ran right through that girl, but character growth, and he dodges her. And he dodges her, and he gets caught.
Dude.
It's so good, man.
Laugh
and
in
he saved
face.
He saved Huey as well. Like that would
Sure,
Huey was actually dead without him, which is crazy.
Yeah.
But I think the reason that they rushed through it is mostly driven by the fact that it's like the final season, and they've talked about like it being so crazy and not shying away from like we're killing off characters, we're doing a lot of stuff, whatever.
Yeah.
And so I feel like at some point when because they said that they knew the ending of this season and kind of worked backwards with the question of like, how do we get here while incorporating the stuff that we want? And so I think part of it is like you got to tie up the loose ends, or you got to make some choices. So like we would either be complaining that we didn't see that development and, you know, care as much or understand what is happening between A-Train and his family. Or on the flip side, we would complain if they spend too much time on that and then we don't get to do other things. So well, I think either way, it's like you have to choose how to allot the time that you have to tie up all the loose ends with the characters and get to the point that you want to with the finale.
Sure.
And I think the biggest thing out of all of this is they should have just fucking done some of it in season 4. They should have just spent some of that time there in season 4. Because I like
A-Train is gone for like the last 3 episodes of season 4.
Yes.
And like you could have shown him on the run with his family, and that development could have happened there.
Yeah. Yeah. I think of some of the stuff that they did cut away to in season 4 that could have been A-Train's family, because like they did a lot with A-Train and Ashley where A-Train's like, this is our chance. Like, let's go. We got to go, which I thought was awesome. Like Ashley sitting there cheering up, probably thinking I should have just went with him. Like I should have just left. But like A-Train was really bought in, and we got to see a lot of that. But yeah, like his brother just comes up out of nowhere. Like in episode 6, I think, or like very late in the season, brother just comes out of nowhere, grills him, and then that's it. That's all we see until this episode. Like I think this episode is like his death and everything is perfect if you build some of that up in season 4, because I think the way it all plays out right here is awesome. Like yes, he's there with his family, like he finally got his happy ending, and then boom, it's all for nothing. If you build that up into like the finale and then into the beginning of season 5, dude, like I think it would have been so great. But yeah, they spent their time elsewhere, which I also, I was gonna say I've also heard that, like, speaking of spending your time elsewhere, like the Gen V kids aren't really in this season a whole lot. But I don't know how much of that was a lot of rumors that I saw that are now debunked. So I will retract that.
Well, they're mentioned in episode 1. Not that you would know that, but
they are. Yeah.
I do know that.
Marie Moreau and the crew. That's
dumbass.
So I mean, if this comes down,
I know. I watched the recap video, bro. I watched the recap video.
Bro. Buddy's caught up. He's caught
everything
up.
you need to know before watching.
Yeah, good. Like good.
I basically watched Gen V, bro.
I know that you know, dude's dad, what's his name, Photon or whatever, like shows up and just like kicks Godolkin's ass. Like it just all screamed.
What the hell are you talking about, my boy?
I don't know.
What the hell is this boy talking about?
What's the dude's name? The one that died, his dad, like starts to help the kids out and then like kills.
Oh, the actor that died, his dad in the show. He does help them, but he's not the reason Godolkin dies, though.
No, it was Marie?
Technically, I guess, but not really.
I forget what the recap video said, but yeah, no.
Marie kills him. Marie kills him.
Yeah, I knew
Bro didn't
that.
even pay attention.
No, wait,
Shut up.
but before that happened, his dad went in there and like kicked his ass a little bit.
Yeah, because he
went in there
can.
with Marie and the guy girl that can
It can
sit between guy and girl. I think.
Yeah.
I think he went in there with them. I'm not sure
Because his power lets him not. He's not influenced by Godolkin's power because of his telekinesis.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, bro, I'm caught up. I know that like I know everything with Kate and the other dude from last season. Like they're good guys now. Like
when you watch season 4 and you see Frenchie getting taken away, you have no idea what like you don't know who those people are.
I mean, obviously I know who they are. Like I know that they're from Gen V. Like I'm like, oh yeah.
How do you know that?
Because I've seen the advertisements for it, bro. Like
wrap it up.
I see the people. Bro, I'm not sitting through that garbage fucking show, bro.
Season 1 is good.
Season 1 is good.
Cool,
I'm gonna watch one season of the show. Yeah, in what?
Yes,
fucking
you are.
World, bro.
You should.
You should. I mean, yeah. Season 2. There's no reason.
After this, bro, that's it. I'll watch the Soldier Boy spinoff. But
what? Okay. Honestly, even after Gen V season 2 being bad, I would rather watch Gen V season 3 than that Soldier Boy spinoff show. I do not give a shit about that.
I'm clipping the fuck out of this when it comes out, and you start to be like, "This is actually pretty good, bro. I'm not gonna lie, this is great." I'm gonna come back to this and be like, "Oh, what was that you said?" Fucking.
Probably won't even. Honestly, I probably won't even watch it. I probably won't even watch it. Probably.
All right, we'll see. I'll remember this.
Anyways, back to what we were saying. If the result.
What the hell is Ashley's power? Sorry. What the hell is Ashley's power?
She's Voldemort.
Can she read minds actually, or does her head just talk to her?
I
have no idea.
Because what the fuck? And why does that mean that she doesn't die? Like the reason, like they're like, oh, Ashley knows too much, we're gonna kill her. So because she has a head on the back of her head, how did that make her survive and not get killed by Homelander? And then for having too much information. Like, come on, bro.
No idea, man.
I don't know.
You're asking the wrong people.
Amen.
Or you're asking the wrong questions.
No, these are questions that need to be answered. Maybe it'll be answered later in the season. But it's just like this is hand wavy stuff that just should not be hand wavy.
But it's what I just said. It's the same thing with the A-Train stuff, which is the answer to some of these. The answer to some of these things is that we had a bad 4th season, and so now
season 4 wasn't that bad.
Yeah.
Now you have a final season where you have to rush through things or skip over parts to make it the best that you can with what you got.
I agree with Ben.
You got to pick and choose. We're gonna get a good season, but it's gonna skip some parts to get to the good stuff. That's just how it's gonna be.
Yeah, blame season 4 for being
agree,
dog
100%.
shit, bro. Blame season 4.
Season 4 wasn't dog shit though. It wasn't dog shit.
Dude,
you said the back half. You said the back half of the season is.
Nope, I said the final 2 episodes. The final 2 episodes are good.
Whatever. That's included in the back half.
Fucking hell. Oh my god.
You said the Huey and his dad stuff is good. You said that stuff was good.
It was fine, bro. It seeing his dad die, oh yeah, that hit kind of because I'm like, damn, it's his dad. He's been here since the first season. But why do I give a fuck about Huey just sitting there whimpering? Oh, dad, please, mom, you're a bitch, dad, please. Well, we could have had A-Train's development, bro. We could have had some A-Train character development. The fuck are we doing?
Yeah, buddy, that's how I feel about Kimiko's brother in season 2, buddy. Kimiko's brother in season 2. Fucking Deep's fucking self-help quest in season 2. Becca and oh my gosh, she's being held prisoner. I'm like, I don't care about any of it. There's no development for anybody other than Homelander in season 2 and Billy.
Yo, I'd take 1,000 season 2s over here's Trump versus Kamala, bro, the show. Like, I don't already see that shit every fucking day. Yeah, let's make Starlighters versus Homelanders a thing. Oh my god, yeah, that'd be great for this show. As if I like don't need any more superhero
That was
stuff.
what you're
Please
describing
keep
was
doing it
literally
like-
episode 1. Doesn't happen a singular other time in
What?
the rest of
What
the
are you?
season.
What are you talking about?
Tell
In
me
season
tell me
4?
one other time. Yeah, tell me one other time it happens. Tell me one other time.
What other time? What happens?
That there's Starlighters versus Homeland Ice or whatever the hell they are.
fucking show.
No.
whole
Give
show.
me one. Give me one other than episode 1.
When he's putting Starlighters in fucking camps. That is the whole fucking thing of season 4. Are you dumb? Are you
What?
dumb?
That
Did you not
doesn't happen in
watch
season
it?
4. That doesn't happen in season 4.
It doesn't have to happen. It's set up. It's the whole fucking back arc
Doesn't
of
it?
the show. What does he tell Victoria? Newman?
That happens this season.
What does he tell Victoria Newman? What does he tell? Oh, you didn't know the camps were a thing. Okay, so and then the president's gonna bow to you, Homelander. He's gonna do whatever you want. Okay, cool. Yeah, let's get all the Starlighters in camps. They take them to camps at the end of the fucking season.
That's my point. That doesn't. There's no actual Starlighters versus Homelanders at any point other than episode 1. That's what you originally said.
The rally.
That was episode 1.
Sage called shoots one of the Homelander people.
She throws a cup at him. That's episode 1. Yes, it was.
No,
yes, it was. Buddy, I just watched this.
Right now.
I just watched it. It's
Let me
episode
look.
1. It's literally episode 1.
I'm not gonna lie. This sounds like fake news. His last name is Hernandez. Lock him up.
Holy shit.
Get him out of here.
Whether it was in episode 1 or not. Whether it was in episode 1
now
or
it's
not.
changing. Now it's changing, huh?
Well, no,
Now it's
I'm saying
changing.
it's the entire premise of the 4th season. That is
actually the premise is trying to save the
show.
president. It's trying to save the president from Soups. But sure, I mean, there's an element of Starlighters get it and
you
concentration camps.
You lightly skimmed through season 4. How are you going to tell me, as I just watched it 2 weeks ago, the entire season? How are you going to tell me that?
I'm more fresh on it than you, clearly, because that's episode 1. What you described, buddy, is episode 1, pal.
By the way, I actually agree with Aiden here. I think it was like very political.
It is the entire
that he's
season
describing
is
it.
Starlighters versus.
I'm not hold on. I'm not
Homelander.
disagreeing. I'm not disagreeing that it was political, because the entire season is focused on like presidential elections and focusing on getting
That's what I'm saying. Though. Like,
okay, but that's not what you said. That's not what you said.
Because
you said it was specifically. You said specifically it was Trump versus Kamala inside the Starlighters versus the Homelanders. Which
you skip to
no.
any fucking Homelander scene where he's sitting there talking to Newman or he's sitting there talking to Sage. He says the word Starlighters so many times. It is the whole fucking thing of the show. It happens in episode 1 and it ends with him putting them all in camps because they're Starlighters. It is the whole arc of the show. And I'm saying I'd much rather have a season 2 where we just spend time with the characters, whether it's good or bad, than what we got in season 4, which is turning Homelander and Starlight into fucking Trump versus Kamala. And
so you're acting like we didn't get any character stuff in season 4. So we get the best A-Train character stuff in season 4. We get some great MM's character stuff in season 4 with him wanting to quit because of how it's affecting his daughter and how she's going
to the best A-Train stuff and the best MM stuff, not season 3. Like, are we saying that what happened in season 4 is better than season 3?
I'll give you the best MM stuff is in season 3. At best A-Train stuff, no, that's season 4. Hands down. It's season 4. Hands down, it's season 4, dude. What about season 3 is so good? Because he runs and kills, dude. Season 3 is him hitting rock bottom. Season 3 is him hitting rock bottom. That's what season 3 is. So like season 4 is his comeback tour. Is the beginning of his comeback tour. So like season 4 is where we actually see character growth for him. Other than maybe, I guess season 3 in Herogasm, he apologizes to Huey. That's, I guess, the little bit of character growth. Yeah, he kills Blue Hawk because of how it affected him, and Ashley goes off on him about this. It affected him. It affected his family. But like, he apologizes to Huey. I'll give you the Huey thing. He apologizes to Huey despite everything. And even in his apology, though, he tries to nail Huey and say that he's a piece of shit as well. But hands down, season 4 for A-Train that's when like he has that moment with MM where he says like that felt better than anything I've ever done at VOT, because for the first time I didn't hate myself. We never got anything like that from A-Train in any other seasons. So for you to act like there ain't no character work in season 4 is blasphemous.
Continue. And I'm not saying that there's no character work. I'm just saying that there's more of it in other seasons, whereas this one focused on Homelander versus Starlight and making it political, two sides clashing. Like that is what the entire overarching story of season 4 is. That is what it all is. Whereas season 3, I thought was a lot more entertaining. Season 2 was a lot more entertaining. Season 1 was great. Like this is the absolute lowest that the show has ever been. There is no denying that. I think season 4 is the absolute lowest of the show. And a lot of it just feels like they needed to buy time to get to season 5. With point being the Huey and Billy stuff that I mentioned earlier. That huge decision at the end of season 3, not touched upon at all. Like that's character shit. Cool. Character shit that's just left on the writing room table. Like
I already addressed the Huey and Butcher stuff though. So for season, as it pertains to season 4.
But like in terms of making it like the choice that Billy makes at the end of season 3. Sure. And then having them not talk to each other at all, season 4, share a couple scenes with each other. Like, you think them going their separate ways and then coming back to arguing in season 5 is a good excuse for them?
Well, I think the Butcher that we see
of their show,
the Butcher that we see in season 5 is not the same Butcher that we saw at the end of season 3. Like this alien soup thing inside of him.
We're not talking about season 5. I'm talking about season 4.
No, but I know, but you're saying you mentioned season 5 as it pertains to Butcher now, and them like having they're at each other's throats so far in this season, right? Which is a stark contrast to him not killing Homelander in season 3 to save Huey. But as I said about season 4. With their relationship, like season 4, it starts off with Huey very much like not wanting to abandon Butcher. Like he's fighting MM and the rest of the team want to kick Butcher off, but Huey wants to keep him on. And Butcher is devolving lower and lower because of like his illness and everything like that. And eventually he gets to a point where he has to fully succumb to it. And at that point, he makes the decision where Huey just will not forgive him for, because I mean, maybe he will forgive him in the future, I guess, but just don't. What are you gonna?
I was just looking at episode 4. No, so you said it was just episode 1. Episode 4. Join host Firecracker and her celebrity guest for the live 6-hour premiere as they expose Starlight's adrenochrome parties. The episode where they pin Starlighters against the Homelander stuff. So hey, buddy, it's here you go again.
Is that the one?
Starlight.
Is that the one where they reveal that she had I don't know if we can say the word. Okay,
yeah.
That's that episode. See, now is that very focused on Starlighters, or is that focused on Starlight herself, which would be which would be a character moment for her?
That is not a character moment. What the fuck are you talking about, bro? What?
Oh my god. Wrap it up, bro.
Them exposing something about her. Like
to the whole world, a very private moment for her.
You're saying that's more of a character moment than it is Starlighters versus fucking Homelander versus Starlight, these fucking political figures going at it. You think it's more of a character moment than it is that?
I think that I would like to say that it's intended to be that way, but I will give you that maybe it didn't come off that way. I think it's intended that way, though. Yes.
Anyways, I brought it up just to show that it's more than just one fucking episode and the finale. I mean, it's literally the overarching story. And it's just like, I don't know. We went from season 3. This is my fucking whole point with all of this. We went from season 3 when they introduced Soldier Boy, whenever we had Billy and Homelander and the boys coming this close to finally killing Homelander and whatever corrupted soups were messing with them. we went from that to complete 180 Homelander versus Starlight in this political war and putting citizens up against each other and putting Starlighters in camps. How did we get there from season 3? Why did we get there from season 3? I cannot make that make sense in my head for season 4.
Season 3 ends with Newman becoming vice president.
But what does that have to do with Starlight and Starlighters and this whole fucking thing? This whole story that season 4 is.
And then it's also the beginning of, like, in season 3, we see Annie go public with, like, her distaste for Vought. Like, I feel like it's not an unnatural progression point for the story, is my point in saying that. Like,
after season 3 and after the events of season 3, it just feels so out of left field to make this a whole Kamala versus Trump type of thing. It really feels like they're like, hey, this is a topic of conversation. Let's make our show about it to make it satire.
See, and I won't even push back on that. I do think that they kind of leaned a little heavier into what they were parodying. Parodying. Oh my God, I can't say the word, but you know what I'm trying to say. But even in saying that, I just think that they still took the ample amount of time, with the exception of maybe Butcher, because like Butcher was very much.
They did a lot of.
They tried with Frenchie, but that's the thing. I don't think it landed. I don't think it landed. Yeah. Like none of
A-Train could have easily been there.
Sure, and I'll agree with that. Yeah, I think the Frenchie stuff with his boyfriend and him killing his family, like nobody cared about that. I certainly
did that in season 2. I think we already did it there. Why did we need to rehash it all? Like, why did we need to take it a whole nother?
See, I don't even remember.
Hey, what about these other characters?
Season 2's that bad.
Better than season 4.
All right, buddy.
Can I be honest about something?
Here we go.
I mean, I'm happy for you guys for the last 10 minutes going back and forth, whatever. I don't care much about what's being talked about.
I see. I knew that's what he was gonna say.
The semantics of like
we're arguing
choices.
mid. I mean,
yeah, like to me, we've had 4 seasons and like we're getting season 5 so far. It's like the best that they can do with the cards that they gave themselves. They could have set themselves up better. They could have dragged the show on. We're getting what we're getting, and I'm happy with it so far.
Sure. Well, we've talked about episode 1. Let's talk about episode 2 of season 5 then.
Rock hard, baby. Rock hard.
Yeah, that is. I mean, it's fine.
What you liked episode 1 more?
I think so. Yeah. I like the premise of episode 2. I mean, I do like this like trying out this anti-soup stuff, like seeing if humans can carry it. Like, I do like the premise of all of this. The teenage kicks thing was just a lot. I love the Crow, like, I love MM and all of that. Like, I think that stuff is really
hitting. One out for A-Train.
Yeah, I think that stuff is really hitting. I do like how they're taking MM's character this season. I mean, the teenage kick stuff was just a lot. I was like, oh my gosh, man.
Dude, my one thing for this season, like, since Soldier Boy's still alive, like, we need to have some sort of resolution, satisfying resolution for MM and as it pertains to Soldier Boy. Like, you don't bring Soldier Boy back and have that mean nothing to MM's character still. So that would be a fumble in my mind, but I'm jumping ahead, obviously. That was interesting to see the rock guy. Like, the rock solid or whatever his name is. Rock Mountain.
Rock hard.
Rock hard. That's his name. Okay.
Of course. Why would
I thought it was
be? Why would it be rock solid versus rock hard? This is the boys.
That's true. I think they called him the Living Mountain or something like that. For some reason there was something about a mountain that I remember them saying. But him holding his breath thing, I don't really know why that mattered. They didn't really. I guess like it was a time wasting thing, but Ultimately, like, I guess he ended up feeling safe anyway when he felt that Soldier Boy got the virus.
Well, he needed to like breathe it in. That was the whole
No,
thing.
yeah, I know, but just like what was the? It just didn't really amount to anything, I guess. Like
Right, they could have just released it and then left, and at some point he would have.
He would have had, he would have had to breathe anyway. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's a small thing. It doesn't really matter. I do. Yeah, I agree. I like with the Crow girl and him. Like everybody's finding humanity in Soups, with the exception of, I mean, not that Annie doesn't find humanity in Soups. She just doesn't believe that herself deserves to live. So she's willing to do anything it takes to take out the people that need to be taken out, even if it means her dying. Yeah, I think I agree. Episode 1 was better than episode 2, but I mean, some of the episode 2 stuff was still really good. As it pertains to Soldier Boy pulling up on the three of them. I like what he said to the actually no, I can't say that. Never mind. I like what he said to the Teenage Kicks people to go hunt them down. That's
Yep.
Yeah, I can't repeat what he said, at least for one of them, the fairy.
Yeah.
That's the one that made me laugh.
No, that was good. Is it him who I think he was talking to Huey at some point, or somebody was talking to Huey at some point and was just like, "How are you still alive?"
Yeah, no,
I was like, "That's kind of true."
Yeah, that's what he says that to Hugh. Yeah, how does this scum like you? Oh, that's what I wanted to talk about. The Deep, bro. And at the end with Homelander, he's like, "It should have been you," and he starts doing the laser eyes on him, and he literally pisses himself. And like, I wonder if after like the conversation that he has with A-Train in episode 1, I wonder if this is like the sign for him to start to change, or like, honestly, I could truly buy with just how pitiful, or I guess if you want to like Sigma in his mind, the Deep is. He could this changes nothing for him. Like him wetting himself, pissing himself in front of the dude, he could still just very much just bend the knee and keep just sucking his dick. But I don't know. I can see it going either way, and I think it's intriguing.
Blow
Deep
A-Train.
blow A-Train. Deep blow A-Train.
Jarvis.
Stop.
I had nothing else to add. No, yeah. I'm I don't know. Like the Deep to me is there's almost no actual like character depth to him in my opinion. But I also like him as a character. But he's so just like he's there for the comedic relief. He's there to just like bend over for Homelander and do Homelander's wishes or whatever. He's there for the, a podcast with Black Noir where Black Noir is not saying anything, or the sun tanning thing for Uranus, like that whole thing.
That's good. Repeated use, it said it may give you cancer.
Yeah. So like that's kind of what he's there for, which is fine because I don't think that he like overstays his welcome.
Some more Ashley complaints that I have.
I was gonna say, what do we think's going on with Black Noir? I'd rather talk about Black Noir than Ashley. I'm sorry.
Okay. What do I think is going on with Black Noir?
Yeah, what's going on? Who's under there? Why is he not talking? What's I mean, do you think it's a big deal? I saw a lot of people saying dude from Gen V might be like the Black Noir, is like kind of undercover.
Oh,
yeah, I don't know where they were getting that from, but
flip. I mean, that'd be crazy actually.
A lot of people were. Yeah. I saw that theory
like
really blowing. I'm fuck Gen V. I saw that theory like being like that was real popular. That was like kind of everyone's first thought. Obviously, you have the Homelander clone, like the comics did. I just didn't know if you had any, or if either one of y'all.
They have the other guy that was in under the suit in season 4, and like he can fly and he is narcoleptic. But I could truthfully I can foresee I could see the Gen V kids taking that guy out and then putting I forget the guy's name, but let's say Max or something. I don't fucking know.
Also, where did that dude come from? Where did
He's the brother of the guy who died in episode 1 of Gen V. He's the crazy one who sees the puppets
Sam.
in Gen V. Sam, thank you.
Sam.
Sam. Yeah, I could see that being something.
Sam under Black Noir, but like, I wonder why.
Why
Like,
did Aiden
why?
say,
Why
oh,
did?
yeah, Sam? Like, what?
Well, because I know their fucking names. Fucking dipshit. I know their fucking names. Holy
earlier
shit!
you
I
were
watched
talking about-
season 3.
Hey, okay. Earlier you were talking about the character who can change their gender. What's their character's name? I know it.
Yeah, I don't know. It was like I don't know, something with a J.
I actually forget. I'm not gonna lie, I forget their name.
Aiden, I mean, Aiden's right. It does start with a J. It's Jordan.
Yeah, it's Jordan.
Jordan.
I said Jonathan or something earlier. Anyways, why Sam? Why Sam? Why was Sam like the big running theory whenever the episode?
Well,
dropped?
he's just the most powerful, and he has the most similar power set to that Noir character. So like, and I think he's the only one of the team who's invulnerable besides like Jordan and maybe Marie. No, Marie's not. She cuts herself. She's not invulnerable. But besides like Jordan,
Sam though, I don't see him having like within his personality the ability to compose himself to do something like this.
that's fair. That's definitely fair. I don't know. I guess Gen V season 2 is so bad. I don't remember. Like, did he have like a character growth moment where that showed maybe he has a better grip on his sanity? Because like, if that's the case, then I can buy this being the case.
Definitely a little more locked in and learned more about himself compared to the first season.
But also with what Aiden said earlier about the Gen V characters not really being prominently in this season, which also would line up with what the showrunner Eric Kripke, he says he doesn't want you to have to watch the other shows for you to understand this one. So like that would be a kind of a bigger move if you were to have Sam under the Black Noir outfit with no explanation. I'm sure we'd get an explanation if that were the case, but still people would just be like, who the hell is this guy if they've never seen Gen V? So it's probably not the case. But yeah, I don't know why that guy's not talking then if it's not the case. Cause like he was talking all throughout season 4, just fine. Maybe he just doesn't want to piss off Homelander. He's under the same kind of thing as the Deep. And like Homelander doesn't want Black Noir to talk. He wants this Black Noir. He wants to have the illusion that this Black Noir is the same one that he killed. Even though that's not the case. So maybe that's all it's chalked up to, but yeah, I don't know. Wait, if that's the case though, like I just feel like what was the point in bringing back or giving us another Black Noir? Like,
well, that's what
story-wise.
I was asking earlier. Who's this guy even from? Like, where is he from? Why this guy? Is he just a random soup?
It's got to be something.
The guy who plays him in season 4?
In season 4, yeah. Have we seen him before? Because I recognize his face, but I don't know if it's from the show or something else.
I don't think it's from the show. I don't think so.
I just didn't know why they had picked him.
I think he's just a random guy. But to get back to the Ashley stuff, the reason I bring it up is because like I also have that same question of like, what's the point of this? Like, why is Ashley still hanging around in an environment that clearly, like, they will at a moment's notice they will kill you, and like she understands that, and she almost left with A-Train. Now she's the vice president of the United States, I guess. So like she has some power there, but she really doesn't, though. She really doesn't. She's still living her life in fear. So where is this growth for Ashley coming in? Because like it's seemingly she's a very stagnant character, and I just don't understand why we're keeping her around. It just seems to add nothing but comedic levity, which the show already has an abundance of. And I just don't. I don't know. I think Ashley's a good character. I just think they haven't done justice to her. That's what I mean. Like that's why. Like I think she's a good character. If they had gone down these paths to like make her change and make her like, I don't know. It just seems like a wash, a waste at this point. I don't know. Yeah. Interesting to see David Diggs. I thought that was kind of funny. David Diggs is like, because like that was Aiden's pick for Ben Grimm for a while for the Fantastic Four. So that was funny seeing him.
That's my goat, dude. I love seeing him in this season. Such a pleasant pleasant surprise seeing him in the trailer. I was like, holy shit, dude, what is Daveed Diggs doing in season 5 of The Boys?
Yeah.
Or the mega church. Oh, anything else on The Boys season 5?
No, man, I think it's a good start, but it's not like an amazing start. Just episode 1 was really, really good, and episode 2 was pretty good.
Pretty good, yeah.
So
I'm excited. Like I said at the beginning, I'm bought in. I'm bought into the show. It's the final season. I'm here for the ride. I'm excited for it. So I can't complain a whole lot. Regardless of how I felt about season 4. Alrighty, gentlemen.
Can't be yawning, Aiden. It's only
Last show of the night.
12:15.
Yeah, I mean, I said we can't have a 2-hour, 50-minute episode, and we're fucking doing it again. So, Invincible episode 5 review. Last of the big 3. Every episode's gonna be like this, man. We're gonna get these weeks rolling out. Daredevil, Boys, and Invincible. So part of that is Invincible episode 5. So our review in 3, 2, 1.
Inspired by Charley.
Aiden's a hater. Aiden's a fucking hater.
Whoa. Was that one thumb?
Yeah, it was one.
There's one thumb.
Oh, bro.
My biggest thing is when I found out that this episode was going to be covering Nolan and Oliver waiting for Mark to heal, I really wanted that to be the focus. I wanted that to be the main focus. I wanted that to hit a lot harder. And I feel like they did a little bit with it. I feel like they could have done a lot more. So it was good, and I liked the episode. I enjoyed it. The animation, fucking hell, man.
All right.
We better be saving. You said it with the Debbie and Nolan stuff, bro. And I told you, I was talking to Brandon about this, and I said, look, dude, you're just now bringing it up with the Debbie and Nolan stuff. I've when I went back to rewatch season 2 going into 3, I just had to accept it for what it is. So I've never said anything about it. Like I'll talk about it when it's great, but what
was a highlight of bad animation for you in this episode? Specifically,
Oliver, Mark, and Nolan coming in to save the day, mainly because it just feels so bland. Like, and I'm not like, I don't know, like comics, yeah,
like shading or something.
Like something, man. Like they're literally just standing with like a tan background, and that's it. Like in the comics, they're like at least flying through rubble, and there's like stuff happening. There's shade, and like, like you're drawing it. There's a lot more attention to detail, but like, I don't know. You can't. There's not much of an excuse to not like do something similar to that in the show. So to just have them standing in front of a tan background and just floating right there, like no movement, like come on, man. It's just gosh, it's so bad. But I've already coped with this. I mean, whatever. I just assume that this is the show's norm. It's like, all right, we're gonna have bursts of like good animation, but other than that, not much.
For me, I've come to terms with it as well.
Yeah. My main thing though was, I just wish they would have done a little bit more with Oliver and Nolan. I feel like that was a prime moment too. I feel like it was a perfect moment to kind of dive into a lot of that a bit more. And I love whenever Oliver finally is like, tell me about her. Tell me about my mom. Like, I want to know. And Nolan starts to get into it. But I don't know. Most of it was just like Nolan struggling with these caterpillars. And then Oliver would kind of be hesitant the whole episode to kind of open up to him. When I found out that we'd have like a 2-month wait, a 2-month time skip of Mark recovering and Oliver and Nolan kind of, being forced to talk to each other, I was expecting like some really good shit, like, just conversations off the fucking wall. And it just wasn't that. So,
dude, these leaks are poisoning your brain. Like, you hear things and then you assume things. I went in not knowing anything about the episode that I was about to get. And so I don't have these expectations in my mind of what should happen.
I didn't set no fucking expectations. It's just if you have them two sitting down, if you have them sitting down together for 2 fucking months, and a lot of it is just times rolling, montage.
That
Like,
is
what the
expectation.
fuck do you expect?
You literally heard that it was 2 months of them waiting for Mark to heal. All of a sudden, you're thinking of what that could mean. Me, I don't know how long is going to pass. I don't know what's going to happen. So I'm not thinking like, oh yeah, 2 months. We got a lot of time. We're going to flesh some stuff out. Your expectations are set differently because of what you know. That is just true.
Whether I knew or not, I'd have the same complaints. 2 months together and we montage through most of that shit and have a couple conversations is inexcusable. Expectations or not, that's what we fucking got fed this episode.
And guess what? I thought it was great. I actually thought it was amazing. And I think if they spent the whole episode focusing on just the two of them, I think we would have completely thrown off the pacing of this season so far. Because yes, I want those moments. Absolutely. Just
Wouldn't have been the first time they've done that.
The episode before started with the front half. The episode before started with the front half focusing on Nolan's apology tour and also focusing on Mark, Oliver, the family, their family dinner before going off to war. That was half of the episode. Then the other half, battle, conquest, the crazy ending. This is like the same thing, except it's Omni-Man, it's Nolan and Oliver for the first half of it. And then the second half, we get back to the big war that's happening. Like, this is literally the same thing, but we're changing the emotional thing that we're spending the first half of the episode on. I think we would have thrown off the pacing of the war, the Viltrum War, completely off if we completely and only focused on Nolan and Oliver.
Well, one, I mean, they did that with fucking the Damien Darkblood shit. They're not opposed to throwing off the pacing of the
and that was
the show.
That was an absolutely
to
ass
focus
episode.
on dog shit.
Terrible.
Exactly.
Yeah,
but
awful episode.
Exactly. Whereas you're dealing with Nolan and Oliver, there's a lot of good shit to do. I'm not saying spend the whole fucking episode there, but give me more. Like you're talking about, you have Nolan's apology tour and he meets with Debbie and he's like sitting at the kitchen table, or they're sitting at the kitchen table having dinner. That's the first half of the episode. It's like, cool, man. Like there's a lot of shit happening there. We're not fucking montaging through, and we're not just not having any conversations with.
We absolutely
he sits down and has a whole conversation with Art, or his costume dealer has a whole conversation with Debbie, and then Debbie has a whole conversation with them. There's no fucking montages there. And then we jump into go into the war. Like, what are we talking about? That is the second half. Like, that is the start of the second half of the episode.
You literally the exact same thing you just said is this episode, which is conversations with Oliver intermittent with other things happening, and those
conversations just aren't hitting. It's not what I would want. If you're telling me
what am I supposed to say about that?
If you're telling me that Nolan and Oliver are getting a bunch of time together, okay, hey, first half of this episode is focusing on, or even just looking back on it, then we have 2 months and most of it is spent with them just fighting these caterpillars, or like the training montage, which I thought was cool. Because it adds a lot to it. But fuck, I would have liked to see some more conversations. I would have liked to see them talk a little bit more. I would have liked to have a little bit more of a focus there too, split with the Viltrumite War and Mark showing up.
Dude, but
even a conversation there with Mark. Like, spend some more time with them talking to Mark about everything, or Mark's thoughts on stuff. Like, we just jump straight to, hey, we have all this, boom, they all show up and assess the damage from there. Like, I would have liked to see more time of the Graysons together.
Dude, but okay, and you've probably seen this meme. When the Graysons pull up to the war, it's literally the Thor Ragnarok, the lean forward, the lock in. That's what it was like. If you didn't,
it's great. It's great. Like, I'm not saying that I didn't like this episode. I'm just saying I care so much about Nolan and Mark and Debbie and Oliver, and I care so much about those dynamics. Or like, sometimes it's hard if we're a little bit light there, but we're heavy on Alan and Zoe, and like the coalition kind of just like, regrouping. I mean, it's cool, it's fun, it's entertaining.
I don't think we've been heavy on those things at all.
regardless, I care more about the Graysons. I care more about this
100%.
group and these conversations here. So yeah, it's cool when they show up. I just literally just wish that they spent some more time with them. Like I
Dude.
want to hear Mark's side of things. I want some more conversations.
Of course, I want more time with them. And in a perfect world, we would literally permanently delete from trash the Damien Darkblood episode in hell. 100%. Get that out of here, and we get more time for any of this stuff. I'm going to be with you on that 100% of the time. But we moved past that into one of the best episodes in the show. And to me, this is like just a perfect continuation follow-up of they are finding their stride. 100%. I wish that you could take out the fluff or the bad episodes and give us more of the stuff that we love. But guess what? We looked past that and then got peak. So I'm going to live in the moment that we're in and actually enjoy the stuff that we do get, even though I agree that, like, yeah, they should have sacrificed some other things to give us more of the stuff that we want.
Well, I'm not even saying like the Damien Darkblood stuff's way behind me. I'm just saying this episode, like the scenario in hand, the situation at hand, I wish was fleshed out a little bit more. Like I still think it's a good episode. I liked my time with this episode. I just would have liked to flesh some of the more emotional side of the Nolan and Oliver stuff, and even a little bit of the Mark stuff. So I don't fucking hate the episode.
I'll agree with
Charley, split us up.
I'll agree with the Mark thing that you said, Aiden, but I think you're tripping hard about the Oliver and Nolan stuff, just because, like, I mean, you get the conversation with Oliver disclosing to Nolan about like why he's actually mad at him, and it's because he overheard him talking to Debbie about his mom. So like they come to a resolution with that, but then still that Oliver's not ready to talk to him yet and not ready to have those conversations with him. Because of a mixture of things, but we get that, and that's a little bit of a little bit of character and relationship growth. Then flash forward to sure, there's a little bit of a montage, but also actually no, the montage doesn't happen yet. Nolan tries to break the ice with training. And we actually see them physically try to train, and like we get to sit in that moment and see Oliver try his hardest, but he's just getting he's not getting hit around by Nolan, but he's not landing a hit on Nolan whatsoever, which is just, I don't know, father son bonding time, because we've never seen this with them before, so we don't, and we've also never seen Nolan do it for the first time, other than like maybe you could argue when he's teaching Mark how to use his powers, but it's very different setting, and also that they've had their relationship for so long. This is like we're watching this relationship blossom from the start. So then we have that training montage thing, and then we cut back to the campfire after a little bit of the montage, and Oliver wants to hear about his mom and wants to hear about everything that what life was like over there. And then Nolan tells him about that stuff, and then they realize they need to get more stuff for Mark because he's not getting enough protein. He's not going to survive. So then they go and try to kill more of these caterpillar things, not just for meat, but for protein that Mark can actually ingest and not have to chew. And there's a little character moment for Nolan as well as Oliver, and they understand each other a little bit with Nolan wants to kill the thing, and then Oliver's like, whatever it may be, maybe it's because he relates to it because it's like bug-like, and he comes from like a bug-ish bloodline. But more importantly, it was a tactical decision. Don't kill her. She can't lay more eggs if we kill her. And then Nolan, there's another moment of learning for Nolan where he's like, "You're right. Okay, I should restrain myself here." And then all of that to help Mark. But then on the walk back, on one of their times, they're sitting there talking about life with Debbie and life on Earth, and life with I forget his mother's Oliver's actual mother's name, Andressa. And Oliver's Oliver's talking about how one time back with Debbie, his Earth mom, there were lobsters, and he got a tingly feeling, and like, I don't know, there's so many little moments. I just don't know how you think we didn't get enough of it. Like
I wouldn't
I'll
say
agree
there's
with
so
the Mark
many
thing.
little moments.
I just named 5, brother. I just
Can
named
I-
5 in one
I
episode.
want to say something, and this is me kind of taking a step back and just like acknowledging a truth about Charley and appreciation about Charley. You are so good at remembering so many things for somebody who consumes as much media as you do, because like I can point to how things make me feel. I could not have gone through and listed all of those specifics about the conversations
Sure.
between Oliver and Nolan. I couldn't have done that.
See, I don't know if it's just because it. Okay, why didn't you do it then? That's 5, bro. That's 5. How is 5 not enough for you in a 40-minute episode, 45-minute episode? You're tripping. You're tripping hard. But
I don't know. I wanted to see more of the Graysons together, bro. Like, I don't know.
I'll agree with the Mark stuff. I would have liked when Mark woke up to like sit and like, I want to hear what he's thinking about the Conquest thing. I want to hear what Nolan has to say about him fucking killing Conquest. Like, that's just brushed over. I don't love that. Sure. But as for the Oliver and Nolan stuff, I think this is a much needed episode for a relationship between the two of them, and I think it was pretty well handled, very well handled, I would say. But yeah, I guess it's just stuff that I like. I try to remember, but even then, like I struggle with the stupid things. Like I can't remember characters' names a lot of the time. You guys have to remind me. Like I just forgot Andressa.
Yeah, I just remember the stupid stuff. Yeah.
That's not. That's not what I meant. I meant Aiden remembers the stupid stuff. He's the one that reminded me of Andressa. So, I want to get your guys' thoughts on this. I'll tell you my original thoughts on it, and I was talking to a coworker about it, and I've since changed. But I want to hear. I'm going to try to describe it the way that I described it to the coworker, and see if you guys have the same conclusion. So, the grave that Nolan digs for Conquest and puts him in it. What do you think the other 2 headstones are for?
I think it's to show Viltrum, like the shadow casted Viltrum's
Viltrum logo.
Yeah.
Did you think that same thing, Benjamin?
I actually didn't really think about it, to be honest.
Really?
No,
Okay.
I didn't think about a further significance other than what he said to Oliver about even Conquest.
He deserves
a grave.
it. Yeah, deserves a grave. See, yeah, I looked at it as 3 graves, like just 3 headstones, and then he only placed Conquest in one, and he had plans for the other one. And I was like, what the hell? He planned on burying Thrag, and then who else? Himself. But then when I talked to my coworker said that about the Viltrum logo, Viltrumite logo, and I was like, oh shit, I'm stupid. I am dumb. Holy cow. But yeah, I think that's what it is the Viltrumite logo thing. So
yeah, there's a shot that the sun is like setting, and the shadow casts it in a way that shows.
Yeah, I didn't even see that. Thrag, you're on fraud watch, buddy. I'm sorry, you're on fraud watch,
Shut
pal.
the fuck up.
Nah, man. Nah,
right,
it needs to be said.
Just wait.
Needs to be said,
just
brother.
wait.
Needs to be said.
You're gonna.
This boy's on fraud watch. He's on.
You're gonna walk your fucking words back. You're crazy,
well. There's a reason I'm saying he's on fraud watch. I'm not saying he is a fraud. He's on fraud watch.
But I think you're jumping the gun even there,
brother.
Dude, Aiden knows the next 2 episodes already, so.
And he's got his expectations set, bro. So if Thrag doesn't meet him,
even if I didn't, bro, like trailer and how they're building him up, it's like you'd be dumb not to expect like this motherfucker. Conquest is bowing down to him. The fuck do we mean we're not taking him serious? Like,
sure.
What do we mean he's on fraud watch? Like,
what do I mean, brother? His ship was blown up with him standing inside of it, and he took that shit like the good little bitch he is, bro. Flew the fuck away. Doesn't do anything. Doesn't even throw a fucking punch at all. The fuck are we talking about, bro? Like that's ridiculous.
Contrast that with Thetis. Where is the betrayer? Here.
Yeah, bro. Doesn't stand down, bro. Bro is on go mode, man.
Oh my god, I can't fucking wait. I'm so glad this episode comes out in here in a couple days. I cannot fucking wait. Y'all are gonna look like fucking fools, bro. Oh my God! Don't ever.
It's not even it's literally it's not even as much as you're no. It's not even as much as you're trying to make it out to be. Just because literally they've been setting Thrag up, but all Thrag is doing is sitting there. He's not doing anything. And it is not an unreasonable thing for me to be saying what I'm saying right now. No. You're just locked in for the potential expectation of it all, buddy. No. No.
Jumping the gun. It's not an expectation. It's a knowing, bro. Like I know how he's moving.
We're basing our thoughts off of what the show has actually shown us. You're basing your thoughts off of what will happen.
Bro, you not looking at spoilers, bro, does fucking nothing, bro. Like it doesn't fucking matter. Like I know what the fuck is gonna happen. Cool. So what? I knew what the fuck was gonna happen the whole Conquest episode. Still felt great about it. Still was pleasantly surprised. Still
you knew about the guts?
It was the best episode. I knew everything. It doesn't fucking change nothing. Like you're acting like I measly walked through this entire show not knowing. I'll watch a video and see what happens next week. Cool. I just want to see it animated. It doesn't fucking change a thing. Like I know how Thrag is coming. Like this is the.
Yeah. See. Okay. I didn't even pay attention to that. Well, no, and you know that I know what happens with Thrag too, but I'm just saying that, like, as of right now, Thrag, like, there was no, I don't think there's any fucking reason, based off of what I know about Thrag. It's the same problem I had with, the similar problem that I had with Cecil not putting the disruptor device in Conquest's head. Like, right. I know what Thrag is capable of, and there are currently 4 or 5 other Viltrumites on that planet right now. You could all easily wipe out the coalition's biggest players right then and there. You can do it right then and there, and you're not doing it. I just don't. It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make sense. That's why he's on Fraud Watch.
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing like directly, I mean, at least that I know of, that explains why he did anything. But like just looking at like what other people's thoughts are, I mean, yeah, it literally just seems like he didn't want to risk losing any more Viltrumite lives. So he just decided to be like, all right, we either fight and lose and risk losing more soldiers, or we regroup and retreat and just kind of think this out.
See, and
whereas I think that's why, like, because I've seen a lot of discussion how people don't like Lee Pace's voice as Thrag. Oh, well, like I wanted a commanding, like deep voice, like I'm fixing Thrag's voice. And it's like, I don't think Thrag is to be taken as this like Conquest type of figure. Like the shit Charley knows. Yeah, we know how Thrag is moving, but he's not like, he's smart, like he's calculated. He's not gonna rush into battle to lose some, like if he knows that Mark, Omni-Man, and like Alan might have a chance at fucking them up, and Zoe too. Thetis.
What's like, Zoe doing? Sorry.
Don't disrespect Tech Jacket. Don't disrespect it. Dude, she took out one of the fucking marks, bro. She took out one of the marks. She took out one of the marks, bro.
Yeah, that was a year ago, though. She's on Fraud Watch, too, high-key. She's high-key on Fraud Watch.
She's either getting killed or she's getting Alan killed. Like, there's no...
Alan's on Fraud Watch, too, brother. What the fuck is he doing? Oh, my gosh, man. Pick some shit in high gear, brother. It is crazy.
Anyway, so yeah, I don't know. I don't know if it's so much as like we're hyping Thrag. Brandon brought up a good point. He's like, I think people's I think people just had too big of an expectation for Thrag and who Thrag is, to where you hear his voice or you see him retreat and you're like, oh, come on, bro. Like that's pussy shit. Where it's like, no, I mean, like, yeah, we saw Conquest not really give a fuck. We saw how crazy Conquest was, where it's like Thrag is, I don't know, more calculated, more
we say that, but then he does this dumbass move to go attack the most guarded planet in the coalition. Like, I just don't know, like, How can we say he's calculating when his commander is telling him that it's a bad idea, and he's like, "Shut the fuck up, buddy. You're my lackey. Get to work, pal." Like, I just don't know how we can say he's calculated when he's doing stuff like that. I think, I want to be completely transparent though. The reason I think that he ran away is one, for saving Viltrumite lives, sure, but also like he has Argyl's skull and he doesn't want that to break. I'm sure that he cares about that a lot.
And I think also just like drawing them to Viltrum, where they think that they'll be able to catch him off guard and have an upper hand, where he has a whole fucking army of Viltrumites just kind of chilling there on the planet. And so they pull up to Viltrum thinking that, you know, let's attack them there, let's stop them there. And he's like, all right, they're going to come they're going to play right into our trap. I think is easily another reason why him retreating right there could make sense.
Maybe. Perhaps.
Fantastic episode. I would take this over the boys' episodes.
Both of them?
I would.
Well, like individually.
Eden, what the fuck did you just say?
Bro, I liked the fucking episode. I don't know why we're acting like I
gave it
like
one thumbs up.
episode.
You gave the boys, didn't you give the boys Absolute Cinema?
No, we all gave Daredevil Absolute Cinema.
What did you give the boys?
Yeah.
2.
Okay, so you get 2 thumbs up.
A thumbs up for each episode.
All right.
Because I thought both episodes were fine. I thought episode 1 was really good. I'd still take the stride that we're on with Invincible. I'd still take it over the boys.
The ranking is clearly Daredevil, Invincible, the boys 1, the boys 2.
Yeah, I'd agree.
I might put it's a toss up between Invincible and Daredevil for me as number 1, but
fair.
But sure.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's not okay, buddy. You think that they need to have 20 conversations in one episode for it to be good character development? Shut up, buddy. All right. Holy shit.
Hey,
they need to fucking. They need to
something more. Mark gets back from the worst fight of his life and is just like, all right, let's go on to the next.
I know. Okay, I agree with the Mark thing. I agree with the Mark thing.
We love that slop.
I agree with the Mark thing.
Love that shit. God. That's great character.
Hold on. You said you love that slop. You literally said you love when they pull up. You said you like that shit. So shut up. All right. You said you like that shit,
bro. And I said that I like the Viltrumite shit. We're acting like I fucking hated this episode.
Don't call it slop then. Don't call it slop then if you like it.
Showing up. I think it's slop to not have a single fucking conversation there with Mark other than him talking to Oliver and then a couple things he said to Nolan.
I agree.
You fucking agree too. Boom.
I agree with the Mark part of it. But you're also right no, don't say boom, because you're not acknowledging the great conversations that were to be had with Oliver and Nolan. You're brushing those away and acting like that was not you simply chalked it up. No. You said that the one conversation that was good was when he asked to hear about his mother, and then you chalked up the rest of it to a fucking montage. No, that's not what happened. Not
bits
what happened.
and pieces, and then a montage, and that was a great conversation. One and more. Yeah, the rest of the stuff didn't hit for me like it hit for you. I wanted a little bit more. Sue me, put me in fucking cuffs, and take me to jail. Like, what the fuck is so wrong about what I said?
Holy shit, brother wants 1.5 hour long episodes every fucking time. Let's go, man. I want that too. But
I know they gotta spend all their animation money on fucking voice actors. So. You know, it's fine. I know we'll never get to that point. It's not in the budget.
It should be. It's Amazon.
I mean, come on, bro. We need yearly Invincible.
And that too, because people want yearly. So are you saying that you would wait 2 years per season and be fine with that?
No, I wouldn't.
No, I mean, I wish the animation was better, but if this is what we're doing, then it's like, yeah, just give me yearly Invincible.
At first, I was pissed off with season 2 because that felt like such a long wait, and they did the whole split thing and whatever, and that was dumb. But ever since we went from 2 to 3 and now 3 to 4, I'm with it.
Yeah, it's good. I mean, the story needs it. like the length of the story and whatnot. Like it needs it, but god damn, that animation is rough sometimes. It is very rough. Yeah, and this episode was kind of an add-on. I had it pulled up. I wish I could I wanted to look. I saw a lot of people talking about the beginning of the episode.
Aiden,
where
are
it
we? Sorry, I keep interrupting you, but
No,
keep remember what you're saying right now because I do want to get back to that. But do you know? Are we getting the thing that I know about Thrag this season? It's not happening this season.
I mean, it has
Because
to.
I thought it happens on Viltrum. And I thought you would.
Bluro is looking up leaks in real
I thought you would know more than
Bro,
me. If you
holy
if
fuck,
you,
man. God,
I thought-
it's like,
I'm sorry, it's
boy,
crazy.
get off your pedestal, bro. Fucking hell.
I thought-
wanna
I
know
thought
what
you
the
would-
fuck happened.
I thought you would know more than me. That's why I was asking you. But
I don't.
if you don't
I don't
know.
want to know what happens in like the finale. Like,
No.
well, he won't tell you. He's just gonna say yes or no if it happened. It doesn't happen this season. No. Okay. Dang. Okay, that's interesting. I mean, I know events. I just don't know the timeline of them. So
Yeah, I mean, I don't think so. I mean, I haven't seen that in the cards, like based on what I've watched and based on things I've seen, like how the season pans out, that is not in the cards.
okay.
Something else is, and
Dang,
then
then I have
huge,
no
like,
idea where we're going. Then okay.
yeah, something, and I think it's like on that level of like, oh fuck, okay, that's how
Yeah.
Thrag is coming. Like
Dang,
it's
okay.
yeah.
Well, okay, no,
Um,
there is one other Thrag thing that I do know, and I think I'm 100% certain that that's happening this season, actually.
I'd be interested. You'll have to tell me.
Yeah, I'll tell you that. I'll tell you that after.
You'll have to tell me what it is. But yeah, I think there is something this next episode. I'd be shocked if it were in the finale. That yeah, I think is
We
gonna
got
like
2
kinda
episodes left.
change
man.
a lot.
Fuck you.
I think Charlie, I cannot fucking wait to see your reaction to well, I guess it's something that happens and that would probably happen next season, but I think the finale, I was talking to Brandon and I was like, dude, if this is where we end off, like I'm
Like, you can't-
praying this is where we end this is where we end the fucking season.
You can't
And
wait to
he
see
was
my
like-
reaction to Thrag's motion. Is that what you're referring? Like just the
hey
his.
yo, dude, we gotta work on our phrasing here,
No,
What's
just
wrong with motion?
dude.
Just
Just
the
Thrag's
finale, like,
motion.
just the
Aiden
finale.
said, "See how Thrag is coming." Like there's
yeah, I really you're the finale, like where we leave
Okay.
things off.
Okay.
I think is really cool. So
Dude, I mean, yeah, 2 episodes left, bro. Like,
why are we only
golly.
getting 7?
Oh wait, never mind. Are we at 3? We had 3 episodes left. I
That
could be
was-
wrong.
We just watched 5. No,
That was 5. Okay. Never mind then. Yeah, we're getting 3. I'm tripping. We're getting 3. 3 more.
are we?
that was,
Was that episode-
6,
Oh, it was 6. Okay, then we're getting 2. 2 more.
bro. Because of episode 4 being. Oh my gosh.
Holy wow.
Yeah, 2 episodes left, bro. Like that's crazy. That is wild.
That's not.
Wild.
Interesting. Well, that's it for the Words from Nerds podcast. Like, comment, sub, all that fun stuff. Leave a comment. We'll read it out next week's episode. It's a long one. I'd be surprised if anybody's even listening at this point. That was crazy.
That's
we'll try
why
to
they
keep it
make
shorter
the
next
feature
week.
for you to pause it and come back. We appreciate y'all.
Yeah. All right. We'll see. Well, I'll see y'all on the next one. Peace.
Adios.
Adios. Come on, Ben.